test my speed here. Coming home cooking that I can call it. Hey, Debbie got a new lease on life today. She got to be the first one on the show. On the reboot. Hey, Dakota, what's up? Oh, I missed you on the first show. Hey, Talib. So my question to y'all is, what Talib said he's used to my broadcast being shitty? What? What do you mean you're used to it? Is my broadcast not clear and perfect and flawless? The audio, the visuals, the clarity, the bandwidth? What were you talking about, Talib? Are you on a shitty connection yourself, Talib? Are you watching from Wi-Fi with low bandwidth in a bad area? Is that why you said that my show always looks like crap? I came in when you shut down. So it skips. Yeah. But not a crappy, not a blurry image, right? It should skip. It should, because Elon's Wi-Fi cuts out every once in a while. But we've all learned about that. Honestly, it should be better because I rebooted the router. There was a problem. I rebooted the router. Now everything's running good. It's just the router needed to be, and that happens, when you're dealing with a lot of data. It's just too bad that Elon couldn't figure that out on his own. Oh, dude, they still logged me out of my fucking account, these cunts. Give me a second here. God damn it. Oh, here we go. Oh, God. Let's see if this works. Oh, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? These cunts, dude. I can't even sign into my fucking CryptoWatch account. Let me try this again. I can't believe this fucking software sucks so bad. Username and password incorrect. Wow, dude. I've got like multiple accounts on this software and none of them work. I got it. It worked. Oh my God. Dude, I was not expecting to log in to crypto. Oh, CryptoWatch. I'm so glad. Oh, these motherfuckers. It's touch and go, man. You never know if it's going to work or not. You never freaking know. So there's the market, guys. And let me just show you once again this. I always tell you what's at the top. I always tell you what's at the bottom. I go through some of the names, and this is what happens. When I get to Doge, I always look at Doge, and I go, wow, look at Doge. Not going anywhere. Like I always say, it's not going anywhere. Doge isn't doing anything. Doge isn't going anywhere. And I say it every fucking day on this show, and none of you guys ever listen to me. When I'm telling you what these cryptos are doing individually, you guys just tune the fuck out. Do you think I go over those for my own personal benefit? Do you think I give a fuck? I'm a hodler, bro. I don't even have to look at the market. I don't have to stress myself out on any of this. I don't have to. I'm trying to educate you guys, man. I'm trying to teach you guys. That's why it's a little aggravating that you guys just refuse to fucking soak it up. I'm like sunlight, man. Just fucking soak it up. When I leave comments, it takes me out and I have to come back in almost every time. Hey, Talib, here's an idea. Stop watching stupid ass Meta and come on over to YouTube, all right, and be a pro user. Fuck Facebook. You know, anytime you guys are on any fucking social and you're like, hey, man, I can't fucking watch this show on this shit fucking platform. Hey, man, I'm broadcasting to 7 other fucking platforms, bro. Can I get real Dow? Hello from Denmark. Hey, Nikolai. What's up, buddy? Beware of new people in Facebook chat that call you nay. They don't know that word. All they know is Ben. If they are new and call you nay on Facebook, they are spies. If they're new and they call me nay on Facebook, they could have seen one of my shows, though. They could have watched the show from the day before, pre-recorded, and heard everybody calling me nay. You know, it's possible. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little presumptuous. A little bit. We're just presuming a little bit. I don't like the word presumptuous. It's rude. It's a little presumptive. That's a better word. Anytime you put shuss at the end of a fucking word, it makes it sound vulgar. It's presumptive. I'm back on YouTube. Yeah. You know why Talib couldn't figure out to just go to YouTube? I mean, there's so of you guys on here, and you guys just choose to not listen to it. And I remember when I was watching podcasting for the first time, and podcasters would always say, hey, check me out over here, check me out over there. And you just tune it out. You don't listen to self-promotion at all. You know, until the one day that you're sitting there, and you're like, what was it they said? They got a website or they're broadcasting somewhere else. And you'll go back and you watch one of those podcasts at the end and you'll be like, oh, and then you type it in. Hey, man, I'm just like you. I don't listen either. I'm horrible. But just understand, it's frustrating. You know, I know it happens. I'm guilty of it. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating that you will go out and buy fucking Dogecoin when I tell you every day that it's still 14 cents. How are you going to make money if it's 14 cents every fucking day? Oh, right, I forgot. Elon Musk, because Elon Musk said, yeah, we're going to accept. Oh, yeah. So we're going to start accepting Tesla in return for Teslas. We're going to start accepting Dogecoin. So, yeah, he said that like a year ago, too. He said the exact same fucking thing. Or was that for Bitcoin? My bad. He said it about a few different fucking cryptos. Oh, we're going to accept this one. We're going to accept that one. Fuck him, man. And you guys, don't be suckers. And stop listening to fucking billionaires like Elon Musk. You know, he also told you that we're going to colonize Mars. You believe that still? Who are you going to listen to? Elon Musk? Or are you going to listen to me? Well, look, if Elon Musk does something and it shifts the market, you follow the fucking market. You do what you need to do. I understand that. But don't listen to that motherfucker. I'm warning you right now. You start listening to that fucker, you're going to get hurt bad. You're going to get hurt real bad. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He would never pull over if you were on the side of the road and you were broken down. He wouldn't fucking pull over and help you. Are you fucking kidding me? He doesn't give a fuck about you. And the only evidence you need for that is to look at the way he designed his charging ports. They already had charging ports. They were universal because Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck about you or his customers or humanity. He decided to redesign the charging port so only Teslas could be charged with Tesla charging stations. Douchebag right there, guys. That's like Bill Gates fucking putting a goddamn patent on the fucking... You like that? You still want to go suck Elon's dick? Start sucking it, man. Get a mouthful of that fucking load, you fucking idiots. You deserve it. Choke on it. Choke on that fucking Elon dick. It was for Bitcoin at Tesla. Yeah, Bitcoin. It pumped up 67. And what do? He changed his mind and sold it all, sending it back to 50s, then the 30s. Criminal. I agree, Billy. We should be fucking pulling his ass out. Fuck the goddamn federal government. Humans, people, you know, people should just show up somewhere and fucking take care of his ass. Fuck him. God, I hope it fucking happens to him one day. I really do. Because he because he thought he work forces on, and it backfired. He thought he worked for him. He thought a pizza guy worked for him. Okay. I'm trying to decipher it. I'm going through the hieroglyphics of what you said. I've got to translate. Enoch says, I fucking hate Elon cuck dick rider, bro. Oh, dude. With that fake head of hair. This is what I'd like to do to Elon Musk. I'd like to fucking shave his head bald. That's what I'd like to do. I'd be like, motherfucker, this is who you are. Fuck you. Accept it. Accept your reality, you motherfucker. Sorry, Joe H. So, you guys want to smoke? Have I even smoked today? I don't feel like I've smoked today. We've been live for an hour. You know that? I have not smoked any cannabis. I haven't used any cannabis today, except for the triage oil that I rubbed between my toes and put on my lips when I got out of the shower this morning. That's it. I have no psychoactive cannabis in me. But I'm ready, willing, and able to do it right now. What do you guys say? I've already done 30 push-ups today, man. I feel great. It's amazing, those push-ups. It's, you know, you just start out by doing one, and if you can't even do one, you could do them against a wall until you could do them on your knees. You could do them on the couch. I started doing push-ups on the couch. You know? Well, I really started doing them against the wall just to get my muscles working. And then I went to the couch. And then I went to my knees. And then I started doing push-ups. It didn't take that long. And now I can do freaking 20 or 30 push-ups, man. You know? The video is still buffering. I would have told you sooner, but I've just come something, buddy. The video is still buffering. Anyone else? Mark, what kind of internet are you on? You guys, is the video buffering? No, it's way better. Not on my end, says Orca. Come in late, son. Was up late. They beat uncle's ass from road rage, bro. Got a gun. Was in hospital all night. Your uncle? I'm sorry, Enoch. Dude, that's horrible. So once again, I will ask you, Mark Andrew Barlow, what kind of an internet connection are you watching from, buddy? Let me know. It helps. All of this information helps. Even if you guys are the only one getting a bad connection, I want to know. And then let's try to work on your connection, you know, and figure out why you've got a shit connection. You know, are you downloading something? You got more than one device connected to your router? Do you have kids in another room using your fucking internet to play a video game? You know, is your wife on Facebook, you know, talking to her fucking side man while you're in here watching my show? What's up? Who is using up all your internet? Oh, man. Mark is watching on an air fryer. Hey, man, those air fryers, great internet. I got a 5G air fryer, bro. Let's riff on that a little bit. Hey, man, I'm going to go bass fishing. I'm going to put my air fryer on the back for trolling around for the slow fish. It keeps freezing now and again. It might be my connection being in the UK. I use Sky Broadband. All right, Mark, thank you for telling me that, buddy. Look, if there's anything you can do with your connection to improve it. You know, there's sometimes you're running stuff in the background. You know, you have any software running you might have open, like another web page on your phone. Have you closed all your apps? If you're watching on your phone, have you closed all the other apps? Maybe reboot the phone, reboot the router, reconnect, try Wi-Fi, go from Wi-Fi to cell. There's all kinds of things I do to get a better connection. I've had to learn all this because I'm a live broadcaster and I have to stay fluid, you know, with that shit. Anyhow, I've been holding this bong for quite some time. I missed 7:10. I missed 4:20. I missed quarter of the hour, top of the hour, bottom of the hour, all of it. So let's just group it all up into one and say, no law. Wait a minute. Didn't I already do it yet? I haven't smoked yet, have I? I kind of remember saying no law regarding something. I kind of do feel a little high. Have I smoked yet? I've smoked cannabis yet. Isn't that funny? I can't tell. I kind of feel high. Yeah, I'm high, right? I must have smoked. Does anybody remember me smoking on the show? Does anybody remember me smoking on the first show? No? Why do I feel so buzzed right now? Rant? Yeah, maybe from screaming. I got the goddamn adrenaline rush, right? Is that what that is? So I have not smoked yet? Okay. This is it. No law regarding grouping all of the smoke times together. One big, beautiful bong rip. Well, I'm high now. I'm definitely high now. Oh, man. Holy shit. Instant. Off of a bong rip. What? Oh, my God. Instant sweat off a bong rip. Am I sick? I don't know. I don't know if I'm sick. I was very congested this morning when I woke up, and now I'm fine. I was very thirsty when I woke up. I never drink water. I just don't drink. I used to all the time. Then I stopped. You know, I just drink coffee all day. And this morning, I was like, I need water. It's the weirdest thing. And I just fucking got a glass of water, man. I drank a whole glass of water. But I never had that urge before to just drink a whole glass of water right when I wake up. Okay, big drop in the crypto market right now. Everything just dropped a little bit. No big deal. We'll see what happens. Oh my goodness, God, fuck! I almost forgot to tell you. You guys remember I told you I was waiting to buy some Cardano for it to go down to 97 cents, and it just wouldn't go down. I waited like 4 days for that, 3 days, something like that. And finally, this morning, I decided. I looked at synthetics, and I'm, why don't I just buy some $5 synthetics, man? My buy-in on synthetics is over $10. Just fucking forget the goddamn $1,000 of Cardano. Cancel the orders, lose the $2 and buy some fucking synthetics while it's under $10. Are you crazy? I'm like, God, why didn't I think of that sooner, right? So I go and I buy the synthetics, and it's a fucking market order as opposed to a other kind of order that's kind of waiting order or whatever. I think you got to press market, and I didn't do that. And as soon as I press market order and I put in the price, boom, the sale went through. So I bought $180 or whatever it was worth of synthetics because it's down. It's really down. 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm back, everybody. Did you miss? Wow. Right. And right when I get right when I get everything running good, we get all of the good internet going. Distractions. But we're back, folks. I'm sorry, and I apologize. Oh, did Beasley keep you guys company? Oh, I have 3 phones on my Wi-Fi, so if I turn the Wi-Fi off on the other phone, I think that was the problem. Yeah, Mark, bro, you had 3 phones on your Wi-Fi? Turn those phones off your Wi-Fi, and only while you're watching my thing, take those off the Wi-Fi. You don't have to turn the Wi-Fi off. Turn those phones to cell. They're on Wi-Fi, switch them over to cell while you're using the Wi-Fi. I don't understand. Wait, I don't even understand what you said. You said, oh, I have 3 phones on my Wi-Fi. So if I turn the Wi-Fi off on the other phone, I think that was the problem. Oh, no, I think you got it right. Right. Yeah, on the other 2 phones. Turn the Wi-Fi off on the 2 phones. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Mark, you're right. You're right. You got it. Yes. Yes, brother. That's it, man. Troubleshoot it, man. That is why I wanted to do that. That is why I wanted to talk about that. To figure out why you were getting a bad connection, man. Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm so happy, bro. Good. I'll work with y'all one at a time. Make sure you guys get a good broadcast. Whatever. I'll fix my end. You guys fix your end. We're good. You just got to let me know when it's happening. Don't assume it's just you. This Elon Wi-Fi was a little spotty this morning. But I got to tell you, I just scored 74 megs on the download. And I got 2 megs on the upload. But I'm uploading. And I'm monitoring crypto simultaneously while doing a speed test. I've also got StreamYard up. And, I'm using I'm recording a video right now as well to my hard drive while I make it. So, I have to do that because I can't trust the... I down a liter at a time. I am all the time. You're always thirsty. We get old, says Nikolai. Is that it? Are you sick? Nicely done there, Nay, on the... You are a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you, Orca. Yeah, bro, they broke his leg. Oh, my God. They broke his leg, dude? Holy fucking shit, man. Good boy, you handled your business. My business was a good boy while I handled my business. Oh, my bees, it was a good boy. I got a good report on you, bees. Bees. Oh, my bees. Oh, I love you so. How's my little scar face, huh? My little scar face on little scar right there. Yeah. Little scar. He's got a scar. He's gonna have a little scar under his eye. I knew that was just a matter of time before he started getting scars on his face. He's so fucking rough. I'd give him a tasty treat. Yeah, he already had a couple cookies this morning. Speaking of a tasty treat, though, look at us looking at you, looking at that and this and the other, shutting it up. That's what we're going to do. And what is it, Saturday? It's Saturday, man. Zena had to go to school for work on a Saturday. We should call it Sad-er Day because it's so sad. Sadly sad. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like getting high. Wow. You guys want to see the buds I smoke? They're so good. I'm so proud of them this year. Why does it seem so like it's not bright in here? It seems so dark in here to me for some reason. I don't know why that is. Oh, it was his fault? Did he instigate it, bro? Dude, people want to fucking drink alcohol, dude. Like you say, man. Fuck around and find out, bro. That's on you. It's like I was just thinking about this line in this song. I was thinking about the fact that Jim Morrison died at 27. What a fucking waste, right? I'm thinking, I'm 50 in my almost mid 50s. I'll say that. And I'm reaching my full potential of my life. I am twice Jim Morrison's age when he died at 27. And he accomplished so much. But imagine what Jim Morrison could have been when he hit 50 years old. Right? He didn't have to die at 27. And I started thinking about this lyric in his song. Woke up this morning and got myself a beer. The end is always near. Yeah, when you wake up in the morning and you drink a fucking beer, of course the end is always near. That's why you died at 27. So what Enoch just said, it's so crazy that I was literally just thinking about this. Your uncle wants to fucking drink like Jim Morris did. Like you said, I couldn't have said it better, Enoch. Play stupid game, win stupid prizes. You fucking framed it perfectly. Stop fucking drinking. You guys, stop. God, are you stupid? Fuck, man, you need to hear this sometimes. No one else is going to talk to you like this. No, Rachel Maddow is going to fucking mix up a drink on her fucking show on MSNBC. Jim Morrison's going to, he's literally going to tell you what his life was like. Woke up this morning, got myself a beer. The end is always near. He knew it, and he just chose to, he chose poorly. Like that perfect line from fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark. He chose poorly. You don't have to do something just because other people do it. That is just the most basic form of indoctrination in the world. You see your friends, you join in. If you drink alcohol, you're a group mentality person. You got suckered at an early age into drinking alcohol, whether it was your parents, your friends, or whatever the fuck. I know I was a kid. I went through it. I remember. And I remember making those decisions for myself. And I also remember having the thought, hey, man, this is probably something I don't want to start doing on a regular basis, like I'm seeing some of my friends do. It didn't make sense to me. And the thing that was really stupid to me, I was like, God, they spend so much money on alcohol. I'm like, it's like they spend all their money on just drinking alcohol. Then people get older and wonder why they don't have a lot of money. Well, how much of that money did you spend on drinking alcohol and going out to clubs and drinking more alcohol? And having to pay for a cab home. So, at an early age, I was probably 16 or 17, when I just kind of made a personal decision that I wasn't going to let myself get addicted to alcohol. I wasn't going to become an alcoholic. And I was always careful not to use it regularly. Even when I decided to get drunk, occasional thing, I would have a party, I'd get wasted. It wasn't all the time. Because I knew I didn't want to live like that. I didn't want to ruin my brain. And you know, the damnedest thing was, and this is true, guys, when I was younger, the science said that alcohol killed your brain cells. And we all were told that as children. And I believed it. I believed it. Alcohol kills your brain cells. I was like, it sounds like you can't grow your brain cells back. It scared the fuck out of me because I wasn't the smartest fucking kid in the world. You know? But I was smart enough to know I didn't want to lose any more of my ability to think. Woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. Oh, you're so cool. Man, you are cool. No one else does that, bro. You're just such a role model. I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. Wow, 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 wow. You know, that's how they fucking get you. With that swanky, sexy fucking music. Yeah, it's so cool. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, we're so cool. It's important with anything addicted to set a time for it. If you do it at any other time, you are starting to get addicted. Bro, it was like that with me and crypto. And finally, I just had to rationalize my way through and say, oh, I'm just doing it as a store of wealth. I totally get addiction, bro. You guys watched me get addicted to crypto. I was like, I'm only going to put in this much. I'm going to put in a bit more for Santa Claus. I'm just going to put in a bit more for Santa Claus. It's a bit more for Santa Claus. Next thing you know, I've got $4,000 sitting in one bank account, and I've got $4,000 sitting in another bank account, and I've got $1,000 sitting in another bank account. Literally, that's it, folks. That's all I got. I got massive expenses. I do. And I have just about enough money to pay off the credit card every month, pay my truck and the gas on my vehicles, diesel too, pay the mortgage on this house, pay the second mortgage on this house for my solar, right? And that's it. I don't have much more outside of crypto. I'm all ate up with that shit. Hey, Renee, nay. Hearing what we're talking about today, but it's so hard sometimes to get off of it. But it's hard when you grow up seeing it your whole life. Yeah. You know, I hate to drink for when I have my anxiety fucking sucks. I use cannabis. You know, I don't know if cannabis helps you with anxiety or not. It might cause it. But I would say try to get all the poisons out of your life. Sugar, alcohol, tobacco, anything that you're putting in your body that's killing your body. Get that out of your body. Do it for like a week. And see how your anxiety goes. I don't know how anxiety works. But that's what I would start with. Just doing this. If I had anxiety, I would my body. You know, what am I feeding my brain with? Because I noticed when I stopped eating sugar, I could think more clearly. Now, I didn't stop having depression. No, I've fucking been kind of sulking a little bit. So it doesn't stop with that completely. But man, I feel really good after a workout. Man, I feel good knowing that I'm not putting poison into my body. You know? That's your goal? You work at that. I support you in doing that. Totally. Try it. You know, it obviously didn't work for one of our other ex-viewers that used to. He stopped. He's gone over the fucking deep end. It's too bad because some people need medication for whatever condition they have. It just doesn't seem to be any other way. You know, they've tried and they just can't find another thing that works. And that's sad, but at the same time, well, at least there's this, I can use this medication and yeah, there's side effects, but I get through every day pretty pleasantly, I'm throwing down caffeine. I got the cannabis going. I got my crypto running. I'm doing my podcasting. I'm addicted to that. I got all kinds of addictions I'm fulfilling. I'm a fucking human being, What can I say? You need to stop drinking Pepsi. You need to stop drinking Coca-Cola. You need to stop drinking soda. You need to stop drinking these energy drinks with all the sugar in them. You need to stop drinking, you're drinking Gatorade full of sugar. You just fucking look for it, find it, eradicate it. I used to say that shit, and I would sit here and I would look like shit, and I would still say it. Now I say it, and I feel really good about the way I look, and it feels like I have a little credibility now because I've got the receipts. I'm bringing the receipts and I'm setting them down right in front of you. Some people can function but work too hard and get into things a bit too much. Yeah. I drink Gatorade Zero. Sugar? Oh, that's good if there's no sugar. The Coke can with a dick on the Coke can with a dick on it. Bro, I have a collection of those downstairs. Are you kidding me? You want to see my Coke dick can collection? It's down by my pool table. You're right, Nay. I need to read. You know who loved those? It was Hutch. We don't see him anymore. Whatever happened to Hutch? Wow, 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 wow. What the fuck, dude? January 23rd. Six days ago, he posted. Good. Nick Brown. What? January 16th. Nick Brown was on his fucking post fucking just a few days ago. Nick Brown must be busy right now. OCD is another level. Washing dishes all the time. Washing dishes all the time? Dude, you wash the fucking dishes and you put them away. In the cupboard. What do you mean you're washing dishes all the time? You're right, Nay. I need to reevaluate what I'm addicted to in the process of trying safely quit tobacco. Bro, there's only one way. What do you mean safely quit tobacco? Stop tobacco. No vape pens, none of that bullshit. You just cut it out. You'll be fine. Fuck that shit, man. Smoke cannabis every time you feel like using tobacco, just like I did. Cannabis is the key. You love shooting pool, right? Where is Hutch? I don't know where fucking Hutch is, goddammit. Those energy drinks are the fucking worst, bro.
I used to drink them at work every day, thinking it's just speed. I realize I'm just as fast without it. For me, having fun always involves working. You were doing really well. I could see it different in your face, and those guns are getting bigger. Thank you, Mark. Part of the reason musicians get fucked on drugs is touring life. I was on a lot of shit to keep me from everyone else. The guy that drove the tent truck was also in charge of finding things. Fuck the past. It's actually, I can't just go down to the beach. I got to clean or something too. Sorry, had to move to YouTube. Getting bad connection.
Bad connection? Anybody else?
Let me know. Bad connection? Let me know. I was comparing OCD and OCPD. They are similar. Compulsive. I don't know what OCPD is. Gotta clean all the time, for example, never stop moving. What's Hutch, bro? Dude, what happened to us, Hutch? What happened to us? That's what I want to know. That's why I have summoned you here, sir. I have summoned you here. What's up? Are you working your ass off, man? Have you lost interest in this production? I miss you, bro. Do you know how your name? You're going to love this. You're going to love how your name came up. We were talking about dicks. Drawings of dicks on a Coke can. And who the fuck do you think popped into my mind? Oh, Hutchie did. Since you changed your server, your live streams regularly pause and freeze on my end. Yeah, sweet. Lou, how often does that happen? How often? You say regularly, bro. How often does that happen? Let me know. Because I'm aware of it. If I've got my crypto charts up, it goes to this thing I call Orange Creamsicle. And I think if I check the feed on, I'm monitoring from StreamYard, it will show a black screen. So I'll pause for a moment, but I'm willing to work with that because it doesn't disconnect my audience, right? Complete remodel your house. I have a lot of shit on my plate. Oh, I got you, bro. I got you, Hutch. I figured you're working, We miss you in the show, brother. Come back. How dare they? Obsessive compulsive personality disorder. But you are not washing the same dishes over and over. OCD is on a whole other level. OCD for me is this. I am in control of everything on this desk. And I want it all in a perfect position. I swear to fuck. I want the necklace piled up right there. I want my hair right there. I want the oil in the back. I want the cannabis stacked up nicely back here. And I want all of my implementations and stones in a row on a cork circular thing on my desk, all perfectly nice and neat with the fucking pills over here. That's my fucking OCD, bro. I like everything like perfectly organized, and when it is, I feel like I'm in control of it all. I just, I like organizing things, man. If that's not OCD, then I'm not OCD. But I've got this. I'm not happy. I'm not happy, man. When I can really get into character and do the show the best, when everything is dusted and everything is in its perfect place, and I can just sit here and just lose myself and not be distracted by things. But that's how my mind works. And I think it's a little OCD-ish if it's not OCD. I'm not Donald Trump. Do you remember Donald Trump wouldn't get on an airplane or a helicopter without tapping the railing before walking in to the airplane? That's a pussy right there, man. I'm not like that. That's a fucking OCD pussy right there. Superstitious, whatever you want to call it. If you're tapping the railing before you walk into a fucking plane every time you do it, that's going to stop you from crashing. That's what keeps you alive. That's the guy that you guys thought, well, a lot of people thought was, a great leader. Donald Trump, like they think over there at the Convo We Make Stuff Up couch. I'm hodling till infinity, even if Ethereum hits 50K. I'm going to hodl diamond hands. Who said that? Temple of Marduk. Cops do that to the back of cars a lot. They tap it. You're not OCD, too bad, because your desk is kind of a mess. We like everything cleaned off and put away in its place. Even your shelf is an OCD nightmare. You're good. Oh, so I'm not OCD? Okay, cool. Good. I just like everything out accessible where I can. Like even these little rocks out here. I might want to grab one and show it. One of these beautiful little rocks. They're gorgeous, dude. These little obsidian rocks. They're so beautiful. This one looks like it's got a Lake County diamond embedded in it. In the obsidian. I just lost connection there for a second. Did you guys just get a drop on the show? Because my chart second, so I'm assuming that the show dropped. Nick! Hey Nick, guess who's here, man? Hutch. I got Hutch to come to a show, bro. Knocky Hollandaise. Jackson destroying Sam Cedar. I was very surprised by Jackson's performance. I didn't think he'd do badly. No, bro. No. You're right. I was surprised by his performance too. He was fucking incredible, man. He destroyed fucking Sam Cedar. I didn't think he'd do badly either, but you know what you said. He managed to not only hold his own, but expose Sam for being a fraud. Not to mention the fact that dude, I'm fucking tweeting you at Jackson right now, dude. You are fucking awesome. Wow. They should go watch my reaction video. Jackson Hinkle should watch me react to that goddamn. He would love my reactions to that fucking debate, is what I'm trying to say. That's beautiful. You're fine here. Thanks, Billy. Yeah, bro, it's skipping a little. Enoch, what's up, Nick? Hutch, great guy, Nick. It blurred for a sec, but all good now. I love your OCD rock, Nick. All right, so let's tweet that, bro. I was like, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, Twitter. All right, let's tweet that. Okay, we're going to tweet this at Jackson at Sam Cedar. This from my current live stream, but either of you please feel free to go back and watch the realist reaction to your debate by the realist podcaster on the internet. ... This from my current live stream, but either of you, please feel free to go back and watch the realist reaction to your debate by the realist podcaster on the internet. Me. Spoiler alert. Jackson totally won. All right. Now for your quote. All right. I have to go into a fucking second tweet on this to put your quote in there. So let's do this. delete. Okay. Backspace. Okay. Dot. Okay. 1 out of 2 plus a tweet. Paste. Okay. Let's see how much space we can save here. Delete. Okay. I watched you react to Jackson destroying Sam Cedar. I was very surprised by Jackson's performance. Okay. I'm going to edit that, okay? I'm a few characters short. So instead of you saying I was very surprised, I'm just going to go, I'm going to get rid of I was, delete that, and just going to give you a capital V in a new sentence. Very surprised by Jackson's performance. I'm going to get rid of the word I and go with a capital D on didn't. Sorry, man. I just need the characters. Didn't think he'd do badly. Get rid of your comma. But he managed to not only hold his own, get rid of the comma, but expose Sam for being a fraud. Not to mention the fact, I'm going to get rid of the words, the fact. Not to mention, delete. We got it. Not to mention that Cedar and his pals acted like children. Temple, that's okay. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Cool. Got it. I got it. You guys, thank you so much. Feel free to run over to Twitter right now. Wait, not yet. There it goes. Now it went up. There was a slight delay. Okay. Feel free to run over to Twitter right now and retweet that and when you guys do a type out at Jackson Hinkle's name, type out at Sam Cedar's name in the retweet, right? In the retweet with comment. And then type out some other people. Put it at Jimmy Dore or at, the President of the United States or whoever the fuck. Each other, other people that we engage with on Twitter. Be creative. Somebody's already retweeted it. I'm assuming it was Nick Brown. But whoever just hit that retweet so quickly, somebody else just retweeted. Oh, you guys are retweeting both of them. You guys, look at you. You're liking it. You're retweeting it. You guys are great. Thank you. At Jackson Hinkle, Sam Cedar. This from my current live stream, but either of you, please watch the realest reaction to your debate by the realest podcaster on the internet. ... Me. Spoiler alert, Jackson totally won. 1 out of 2. Second part. Temple of Marduk at 8:10:55 said, I watched you react to Jackson destroying Sam Cedar. Very surprised by Jackson's performance. Didn't think he'd do badly, but he managed to not only hold his own, but expose Sam for being a fraud. Not to mention that Cedar and his pals acted like children. Boom! Dude, my reaction video to that goddamn debate, I want to go back and watch it. Jackson's reaction to the debate, and it's good. I liked it. But I have a feeling that mine is much more visceral. Okay, Google. Visceral definition.
Here's the definition of visceral, relating to the viscera.
Right? Okay, Google. Viscera definition.
Here's the definition of visceral, relating to the viscera.
Okay, Google. Viscera definition.
According to Music Stack Exchange, 1. A raw voice is basically an unrefined voice, though I don't mean unrefined in a pejorative
Okay,
sense.
Google.
Rather,
Stop.
It sounds like your voice isn't smooth, but has a sort of inherent grit to the tonality.
Viscera. Okay, Google. Viscera definition.
Here's the definition of viscera. The internal organs in the main cavities of the body, especially those in the abdomen, e.g. the intestines.
What?
from the gut, right? Visceral. Mine's going to be more gut wrenching. I'm making up my own words, man, my own definitions. Hashtag Jackson won. Dude, hashtag Sam lost. Bro, they starting that hashtag in the chat on Jackson's chat. People saw me do it first and they all picked up on it. Everyone's like, Sam lost, hashtag Sam lost, hashtag Sam lost. I was like, fuck yeah, bro. It's not about Jackson Hinkle, bro. It ain't. I mean, Jackson's going to do just fine. And he doesn't need this. No, it's about exposing Sam for the fact that he just can't express the truth to his audience. He's been exposed by Jackson Hinkle for being a freaking liar. There, I said it nicely. Do you guys like that? I'm trying. The algorithms love me. The algorithms love me today. Can we watch some of that reaction video? I want to see how I reacted. I want to see how I reacted. And plus, I want to get the link to it anyway. Let's check it out a little bit. There's not a lot of people here. I hope you guys are interested. Seeing how I reacted to the Jackson Hinkle Sam Cedar debate. Should be easy to find on my channel. It'll say Jackson Hinkle versus Sam Cedar debate live with Nay. Pretty sure. Wow. Jackson Hinkle versus Sam Cedar. Wow. 2 hours and 17-minute show, guys. Is it set? No, it is one of the only public videos on my big channel.
Oh, I should make my coffee.
I said, oh, I should make my coffee. That's funny. All right, let's go to reaction. Let's go to full screen. Okay, and let's go where I get the video going here. We'll just... Okay, let's find out when Sam and Jackson... when Sam and Jackson are actually debating. Okay.
Orca. Hey, Nick. Nick, what's up? You made it first? Orca second. Right on, guys. Holly Hornay. Hello, Holly.
Okay,
you guys ready for this debate?
There's 35 minutes in.
Damn it. Damn it. So close.
So I'm just waiting on them to invite to the.
Dude, unlock my fucking card. What are you doing to me?
Well, I already have the invite. I'm just waiting for them to turn it on.
So glad he's got his microphone fixed before this debate. It used to be distorted, and I would tell him over and over again, Jackson, your mic's distorted. Videos, your mic's distorted, bro. He's like, yeah, I know. I'll get to it. I'll fix it. I'll get to it. I'll fix it. He left it like that for like months. He finally fucking fixed it. And, just in time for this fucking debate. Bad Bad Blue Draws! Are we dabbing? I haven't done a dab in a while. I guess we're dabbing, huh? That's a good-looking man right there. Who's that good-looking man? Who is that good-looking man? I can see it now. I'll be 100 years old on the floor yelling at my robot, help me. And it says, Hemi, a Dodge engine from the 20th and 21st centuries. Right?
Sam Cedar is late. Sam Cedar is officially late.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious, Billy.
I could pull up Sam Cedar's show and see what he's doing. That might make the screen blurry again.
If you're watching right now on YouTube, be sure to drop a like. It does help us boost in the algorithm.
I'm so worried about that goddamn
only 600
balance of giving you information and losing bandwidth over it, you know?
Crazy.
He's got like cartoon character hair, bro.
He does. Look at that.
He's talking about me right now.
Look at the hair.
Perfect.
Like me.
Perfect hair.
Jackson Hinkle, do we have him?
There we go.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Let me start my camera.
Okay. And so, Jackson, for coming on today, I should say also you were very gracious because where can I get him up here on the screen? Do we have him? I got a weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, you sent me an email with some dates, and I've got some like I'm a little jammed up with my kids. Invited you onto the program. You were very gracious about coming on, and I appreciate that. And you wanted to. And now, is it the case? Bradley, you can take that down. I was told that you are a communist, and so I don't know what you got going there. And so I was told that you are a communist, and that
A columnist?
you wanted to come on, and you emailed me that you wanted to debate. This is what you wrote. Would love to focus the discussion around your support for the squad. I personally believe the squad and progressives in Congress are sellouts who have abandoned virtually aspect of progressive principles over the last couple of years.
Well said.
Let me know if you'd be down to discuss
He
it.
says that so
And I was a
well.
little surprised. Are you all right? Can you see the?
Yeah.
Let me just say, I love the way Jackson Hinkle expresses himself. In his tweets, you guys should follow him. He's got a lot of support on Twitter. Makes a lot of sense. On his videos, in his debates, when he's on Twitch, when he's in these rooms and groups with other people, even when he's drinking and he's fucking off and having fun. He's fucking 22 years old. This kid's 22 years old. Don't forget. Yeah, let's dab. Let's do one for Jackson.
The thing just moved, so I gotta fix it.
Okay, there you go. All right. So, so let me just, so that my audience can know who you are. You've got a show called The Dive, right? And are you, and you are a communist, yes?
I'm a Marxist-Leninist, anti-imperialist, and American patriot.
Okay.
American patriot.
Because I have to say,
Jackson, an American patriot means you're willing to go to war for this country. Jackson, are you support war? I'm just kind of curious. If you're an American patriot, that means you're willing to go to war. I just want to know what your stance on war is. You support war. You support funding war. You support our current military budget. You support drone strikes. You support what's going on with what we do with Saudi Arabia selling them weapons. What patriot, Jackson? I want to call you on that. We could talk about it. I promise I'll be nice.
I was a little bit surprised by what you wanted to talk about as a Marxist-Leninist, I guess, but because it seems a little
Cheers.
bit,
This for Jackson.
a
Cheers.
little bit focused on electoral politics, from my experience with folks who refer to themselves as communists. But if that's what you wanted to do, that's fine with me. So let's just start with the idea of the premise that the squad and progressives in Congress,
with my hair,
presumably the Democrats, right,
Arranging it.
are sellouts. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that, and why I think they're not progressive, because that's the other big thing here, is I think that there's 3 or 4 major issues I have with them. Number one being that they could have blocked the passage of a large number of must-pass, and they chose not to. And if they had chosen to block those, I think they would have, leveraged their power for concessions, policy concessions. The second thing is I think that they have been directly voting for anti-progressive bills and measures. In some cases, they've even introduced these themselves. They've acted at the behest of the Democratic establishment on multiple occasions, giving their own, campaign funds to corporate Democrats. And the fourth thing, or the third or fourth thing, is basically staying silent. And so he's pro-war, and
That's weird.
But when you say, I mean, this is the part that I'm unclear on. What do you think they've gotten from this? Like when you sell out something, right? I mean, what are they getting?
Money.
I think they're getting preferential treatment from the
Power.
Democratic establishment.
Money.
I think the Democratic establishment is playing
Future
softball
investment in their own goddamn
going as hard as they could.
in their own
against the
careers.
storm. I think the
Their
media
careerists.
has treated them relatively favorably ever since they have started to act in line and kind of toe the line of the Democratic with George Soros and George Soros's family for not only their campaigns but associated ventures like the Sunrise Movement. So I think those are just a few of the ways that they have
gotten preferential treatment from the Democratic establishment. In what way? Because as far as I can tell, like for instance, AOC, Katie Porter's not exactly on the
Katie Porter, that's his name I couldn't
on
remember.
the
Katie
in
Porter.
the squad, but I imagine you would include her in this group. They got actually the opposite of preferential treatments when it came to committee positions. Committees are the most important thing.
Thanks,
in terms
Trendy
of
Orca.
exercising power. They literally censured Ilhan Omar. They attempted to do it.
I think in some regards they have been attacked. There is going to be that friction there. But in some ways, Sam, because you're trying to act like there's no ways that they've been treated preferentially. I mean, they were invited to create dialogue with the Biden administration on a whole host of policies and different things to influence the Biden agenda. Although I don't think they've really done that, with the exception of maybe climate change. They've also, Ilhan Omar, for example, she was.
So already Sam Cedar is cutting him off. We're not even 5 minutes into this freaking debate. And at every point that Jackson is making, he's talking over him because Jackson's making sense. And what Sam should do during a debate is let the opponent make all of his points, and then you respond to all of them. You don't try to cut him off after each point that he's making. You ask him a question, let him fucking answer it.
Who's made whip of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. We also have Ilhan Omar introducing bills that have already passed the House, thanks in part to Nancy Pelosi's support. So there's a lot of ways in which they.
Artie, I didn't block you. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't get it. I don't do shit but tune in and you block me. Okay, Artie, I didn't block you. What do you mean? I didn't block you.
They have received preferential treatment, but what
You're
I
here.
want to get at is what they have supported.
Let me just, let's just have a dialogue here. You say they get preferential treatment. I'm trying to figure out what it is that they're sold out for.
So he's concentrating on one thing.
You said preferential treatment.
And let me just cut myself off right here and just say, dude, they're trying to enrich their own careers by playing ball with corporations and playing ball with Nancy Pelosi and ignoring the constituents and ignoring and going back and reneging on all of the promises that they made them. And he wants to know what it is they're gaining, what it is. Sam, it's power, okay? Like Nancy Pelosi has today. They all want to be the next Pelosi, Sam. They're hungry. So don't sit there and fucking deny it. Hey, Sam, you want to come on my show and debate me? I wouldn't want to, because you know what? He would beat me in a debate. I'm no Jackson Hinkle. I have to pause the goddamn show to fucking formulate my thoughts. I can't think on the fly like fucking Jackson can, bro. This motherfucker is just pumping shit out on Sam the whole goddamn debate. I love it. It's just such a... Sam is so outclassed by this kid that this is like watching... It literally is like watching Rocky 3 and it is fucking the Russian. He looks like him. He comes in there, and this is fucking Rocky time they fought, and that's Jackson saying, I must break you. And I got news for you, Sam. You're never going to come back. like Rocky does. He's always going to break you. I guarantee you.
Because it's all he's
I
got.
just things when they got the opposite.
Sam, you've already lost this debate.
That Ilhan Omar is named the whip.
You've already lost the debate. 5 minutes in.
Progressive
It's a
Caucus.
platitude.
And they had the opportunity to negotiate with the Biden administration. That's the preferential treatment they got over other members
They
of
get
Congress.
nothing done.
Right? They get nothing
Well,
done.
I mean, the de facto position for
I agree with that
progressives
guy.
would be for the Democratic establishment to roast
Hashtag
them
Sam
and
lost.
take every single opportunity they get, because they're there to directly, supposedly, challenge the Democratic establishment, replace them with people who align with, whatever the squad is the Justice Democrats were supposed to be. So yes, I mean, that is the goal here, and it would make sense that the Democratic establishment should be trying to go as hard as they can against them at every single chance they get.
I'm all
They haven't
caffeined
done
up
it.
too,
They've
bro.
given them
I'm like-
preferential treatment to what you would expect from a group of individuals who are supposed to be unseating them.
So you're saying that the Biden administration actually conceded on all of those things as opposed to, what do you mean by
I don't think
roasting?
they conceded. I don't want to focus too long on this because this isn't the crux of
Good
the argument.
job,
The crux of the
Jackson.
argument, what I
Yeah,
think is
moving on.
that you're supposed
Moving
to
on,
respond
Sam.
to
He's
how you
moderating
feel
it.
about progressive, okay?
That's Jackson moderating the fucking debate. He's like, we spend enough time on this, because I got a lot of other shit to fucking destroy you on.
Yes, the Biden administration
I'm trying to.
He knows how to debate.
He's going back and forth here. All right, you've
Because
made
you're
your
pushing back and
assessment
forth.
that they're getting preferential treatment because they're not being roasted by the.
Yeah, look at
establishment.
Sam's disposition. He's all like hunched over.
George Soros.
He's getting beat down
yes.
like Rocky did in that first fight.
in the form of giving it to the Sunrise Movement.
Sam's like,
No, Ilhan Omar received direct contributions.
How much from George Soros?
She received, let me pull it up here. She received
look, Sam's like,
between George Soros, Andrea Soros, and Alex Soros, she received $2,700, $5,600 in 2020, and then in 2018, $2,700 respectively.
Okay. I didn't realize she'd received $2,700.
it's not about the amount of money, Sam. It's the message from those people that they support them and they're going to give them future access. Let's just say, Sam, that's what they're purchasing by selling themselves out. That's what they're benefiting on, Sam. I don't understand why this is so hard for him to understand when, do you not see what Nancy Pelosi is today? Do you not see what Mitch McConnell is today? Do you not see what Lindsey Graham is today? Do you not see what these career politicians are? Go check their net worths, bro. There's money to be made, Sam, and the squad knows it, and that's why they ain't doing dick. Yeah, fucking. And you know what, I told Jackson, please bring up in the debate the fact that AOC said she was willing to sacrifice her career and become a one-term politician to get some things done. She said that, and I was like, that's a little much. But still, she did fucking say it publicly. It's on video. You've got to be brave, and you've got to just sacrifice yourself. And when I get in there, if I have to be a one-term to get what we need, then that's what we're gonna do. Totally gonna do it. And guess what? Jackson brought it up in the debate. I was like, he said, I'm gonna bring that up for sure. But he did. And I was just so glad. I was like, yeah, I told him to bring it up, and he brought it up. I was so happy. I'm like, go, kid, go. I'm in this corner. Hey, Rocky, you gotta give him the left and you gotta give him the right. I'm the guy in the corner telling him what to do.
In multiple years.
Sam makes a good
So-
point. Sam
So
makes a good point.
you're contending that they sold out for over $2,700 from George Soros.
Now, if you listen to anything I just said, I named numerous examples in which the squad has been given preferential treatment. And
That little cash is just
that little
cash is just
Exactly, Jackson.
They're just
You said
greasing the
Soros. I
wheels.
was just asking in terms of part. You said Soros was
They
number
couldn't give him
4
much
right
more
now.
than that. If they could, they would. These are
I mean,
billionaires.
There's more I could go on.
I know
to this,
Sam's
but
annoying.
again,
He's getting
what
beat.
I want to talk about.
You did
what
make
I
a good
wanna
point
talk
right
about,
there, but
what
that's not
you
gonna win the
not
debate.
want to talk about, and I can assume why, is
You know, we support you in passing legislation for
Looks like to be
us.
blocking
You
concessions
know,
in
that's all
return.
that money
And
says.
in some cases, they're actually directly supporting anti-progressive measures and bills.
Dart's your favorite
Okay.
with a splash of
And
cream,
I-
Griffin.
there's no doubt that they have taken votes that I
Dr.
agree
Squatch.
that
So
I
no, I haven't. Have
disagree with
you?
in some instances.
Thank you are a lot.
I mean,
Hey, that time drama TV guy.
a few.
How many is a few? I'm just curious.
I don't have a list of how many votes
What
I
did
don't
you-
appreciate that
Sam,
they've taken.
Send $1 million.
Well, I mean, don't you think there's a? I
know, right?
just want to nail you down on this because
Right?
don't you think there's a
You're gonna send $1
difference
million?
between, like, say a few is 3, 2 to. Do you think there's a difference between 2 to 3 bad votes and say like 15 or 20 bad votes?
How many votes did they take in total? And I'll tell you that I would imagine
This
there's
is
probably
this is
25
great.
to 30%
Googling that
of
shit.
their vote.
Dude, Jackson brings up all of the receipts right now, dude. This is so embarrassing for Sam Cedar. Watch this.
That I don't have a problem with
Fucking
off
love
the
it.
top of my head.
Go
I would
Jackson.
imagine for consequential probably there's probably roughly like 60 to 100 consequential policy items that were voted on in this session of Congress 2021 so far. There's obviously a lot of procedural and House rules votes that get voted on every single session of Congress. So far, there's been over 400 votes in this session of
I
Congress.
think everyone should try it
There's been
once.
Go back to
votes on amendments to bills that are eventually voted on or just procedural votes.
Okay.
So you're saying that maybe 20 to 30 out of 60 are bad votes?
30%. I don't know. I
I mean, you
mean,
just said 20 to 30 votes out of potentially 60 to 100 were bad. So is that something that you would necessarily support? I mean, I just don't really understand. Why don't you criticize the squad on all of these things? I've heard you criticize them like once and every so often, but you don't criticize them on all of these bad votes. And I don't understand how you plan to hold them accountable if
Hey,
you're not
Bill.
criticizing them.
well, I mean, I do.
Right,
I mean,
Nick?
I don't know if you watch every one of our shows.
He
Did you
talks
criticize
Sam's
them?
annoying,
Did you
you know,
criticize them when
he is
AOC
annoying.
funneled $160,000
So if you listen to me when I
the Democrats after promising not to?
Actually, first of all,
First of all,
I actually didn't criticize that.
Why not?
Actually, I'll tell you why. Because I think part of the strategy in which they deployed, and she said, we should say she did these in incremental ones, right? There was like 2,000s a pop.
They were 5,000.
Okay, 5,000. I think there's value in doing that because I think that what politicians should do, broadly speaking, is get legislation that is positive passed. And so if
What positive legislation have they gotten passed by donating to those DCCC candidates?
well, the Build Back Better bill passed in the House.
Passed in the Senate?
No, but you didn't give to senators.
So what legislation has the squad voted for?
right.
And
That
it's
wor-
also passed in the
that's
Senate
doing
that you
stuff.
think is good and directly resulted in donating $5,000 to DCCC
That
candidates.
makes sense.
Don't you also think, wait, Sam, don't you also think that given that AOC specifically said that she was not going to donate to them, that that's a problem that she then went out and donated to them? And this is before,
That, I think people could take issue with that.
and this is before there's even a Democratic primary. So there was going to be progressive challengers like Ava Patsova in Arizona's first district.
I think people could take issue with that.
So why did you not?
We did talk about it.
You just told me you didn't talk about it a minute ago.
Wow.
No.
Yes, you did.
Wow,
I didn't.
Dude, Jackson Hinkle did a re-upload of that segment, and it's awesome. He analyzes it, and he's like, look, Sam totally fucking lies in the middle of this debate about what he just said 1 minute earlier. And he just, remembered it right then and there. He's like, dude, you just said.
Didn't spend as much time emphasizing apparently as you want me to, but I
No,
just
you just told me a minute ago you didn't talk about it. What do you think about the fact that they voted to subsidize Cobra premiums for 6 months?
I love how he calls him out on it and moves on to the next thing because in his mind, he's like, dude, that's gold for me right there. Let's move on. He's like, I already got what I need. I got that segment of Sam just lying to me to try to win this debate. It's just so, he's failing everywhere. And in Jackson's mind, he's like, okay, that point's mine. It's on video. It's on your channel for your audience to sit there and fucking deny. And it's on my channel for the rest of the sane world to look at and realize that, dude, you're a fucking liar. You're not debating. You're just fucking losing. Moving on. I'm ready for a bong rip.
And I said that was garbage.
Moving on to a bong rip. Quarter of the hour.
So you talked about it before she did it or after she did it?
No law regarding lying in a debate.
She came on the show.
Cheers.
And I literally said that was a garbage vote. And she said, yes, it's garbage.
That's like Trump.
As to why? I'm just curious.
Yes. You should go back and watch it.
What about when she voted to
Don't watch my show,
sanction
Jackson.
Myanmar, Cambodia, and supported sanctions on Cuba, Venezuela, a handful of other countries she voted to sanction, and basically the entire global south?
Yeah, I'm against sanctioning in particular the case of Venezuela.
Okay. What about when she refused to speak out against Biden's airstrikes in Syria, Afghanistan, Somalia, or Iraq, many of which killed civilians?
I don't remember if I said anything about AOC not.
You didn't. I was watching your show at the time. I actually watch a lot of your show, but you approached the Capitol Police to $1.5 billion.
I didn't see issue with her specifically, but I said that vote was wrong.
So, okay, Sam, there's one more thing I want to say here, because this kind of ties the whole argument together. There's a difference between saying that this vote is wrong and saying that not only is this vote wrong, but they could have leveraged the power that they had on these votes, because case of the Capitol Police and Security bill, they could have actually blocked the passage of that bill to get concessions in return. So why are you not saying that? Because the record previously, and you have said,
Jackson. The critic is the city over the.
well, the question is,
Well, I've made it quite clear. I don't care.
This
you don't
part.
care about what?
Let me ask you this.
You don't care about what? No. What don't you care about?
This is the part where Jackson literally gets Sam Cedar to just fucking surrender the whole debate to him. He agrees to debate the squad, right? That was the basis. Is the squad a fraud squad, or are they doing their job, right? That's the debate. Jackson asks him about, his support for them throughout the last, throughout their short careers. And all of a sudden, Sam just says, oh, I don't care. Like, I have no answer. Do you hear this? I don't care. So I went into Jackson's chat while this was going, and I said, Sam, quotation marks, I don't care, end quotation marks, Cedar. And I put that in the fuck. Everybody started typing that in the chat. And now that shit's on Twitter. People are tweeting that shit. Sam, I don't care, tweeter. I don't care, tweeter, Cedar. Sam, I don't care, Cedar. I was excited about that. I was like, I fucking came up with that one. That was mine. I wrote it right in the chat. This was a very important part because, like I said, this is Sam just completely. Listen to this. Listen to the setup of this.
So $1.9 billion increase.
Issue with her specifically, but I said that vote was wrong.
So, okay, Sam, there's one more thing I want to say here, because this kind of ties the whole argument together. There's a difference between saying that this vote is wrong and saying that not only is this vote wrong, but they could have leveraged the power that they had on these votes, because case of the Capitol Police and Security bill, they could have actually blocked the passage of that bill to get concessions in return. So why are you not saying that? Because you've actually gone after previously, and you have said,
Jackson.
Here it is.
The critic is the city over the.
well, the question is why?
Well, I've made it quite clear. I don't care.
Boom. You don't care about the passage of the bill. You don't care about the squad leveraging their power. You don't care about the squad standing up to what they promised their constituents. You don't care about defending your position against Jackson right now. And look at the fucking smile below, not the top Jackson, but the bottom real-time Jackson. Look at the smile on his face, because that's fucking checkmate. Why did you even get in the debate if you don't care, Sam? That's weird. Oh, I thought you cared about this subject enough to defend the squad against someone who's calling them out on their bullshit. You know, how much further do we really have to go into this? You know, how much deeper into this debate do we have to go? How many minutes in? Well, I said it was 35. Did it start at 35 minutes in? So this is 20 minutes. This is less than 20 minutes in. It's 17 minutes into the debate. Checkmate. It's at 52:18. That's where he says he doesn't care. And everyone picked up on it. Oh, Sam Cedars doesn't care. Sam doesn't care. Sam, I don't care, Cedar. I don't care. I don't care.
You don't care about what?
Let me ask you this.
You don't care about what? No. What don't you care about? What don't you care about?
The increase in the Capitol Police, I don't think is that relevant.
Why don't you think it's relevant? There was a leak yesterday from Capitol Police that shows that Capitol Police has intelligence units across the country that are doing dossiers on
Now understand, Jackson gave him an opportunity, and he had that much time to, hone down what he didn't care about. But when he said he didn't care, at that point, he wasn't just talking about the Capitol Police bill. He wasn't. Listen to the context of when he said, I don't care. He's a fucking liar, and he's lying about that too. And he's got his two little cunts sitting back there behind him, fucking trying to back his bullshit up, because they could never stand up to Sam and say, you're not making any fucking sense, because they don't make fucking any sense either, those two fucking rugrats.
People and their staffers. You don't care about that?
I think that came out yesterday.
Yes.
The increase in the Capitol Police after they were overrun, you know what? It's that big of a deal. What I think is a much bigger deal in my mind was the opportunity to raise millions of children out of poverty, which they're not going to be able to do, but because, like you said,
they let it lapse.
No, they didn't let it lapse.
The child tax credit, they let that lapse. And they could have been blocked that from lapsing had they leveraged their votes.
No.
I'm talking about a number of votes. Do you understand the idea? Do you understand the idea of force to vote? Say, do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't. But let's just
Do you understand the idea of force to vote? No, I don't. No, I do not. We're going to have to hear that again. 53-27.
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Holy shit.
About a number of votes. Do you understand the idea? Do you understand the idea of force to vote? Say, do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't. But let's just
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Do you understand the idea of force to vote?
Here we go.
No, I don't. But
And I just love in the background saying this was it. Here we go. I'm saying, here we go. He's got him, man. This is double checkmate. I don't care. Checkmate, bro. You don't fucking care. What are you even debating? You don't understand what force to vote is, and you're debating the squad for not doing their job. And one of the things they were supposed to do was fucking force the vote. Remember that thing that they wouldn't show up to, the force the vote? Hey, man. Okay. All right. Here. I got something for y'all. Check this out. Check this out. I want you to see this something. Well, I'm just going to show you a little something. Watch this. Watch this. The Sam Cedar pretends he doesn't know what this is. Okay, so check this out. Watch this. You don't think you think Sam Cedar's a liar? Here, watch this. So back in December, with Brianna Joy Gray, Cornell West, Jimmy Dore, Justin Jackson, Katie Halper, Crystal Ball, Kyle Kalinske, and Nick Brana. You guys should recognize some of those names, especially Cornell West, and Jimmy Dore. They had this thing, it's called the Force the Vote Town Hall, right? And in fact, Joy, who's been on our show, not Brianna Joy, but here we go. There's Kyle. So, okay. It's Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball was on
an
it.
Incredibly popular left YouTube channel. They've each made the strategic case separately for Force the Vote.
So this is Brianna Joy Gray. That's Katie Halper, right? This is Crystal Ball.
Hey guys, Crystal Ball here. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for putting this town hall together and honestly for forcing this entire conversation, which was not happening at all before you suggested the idea of forcing the vote on Medicare for all. And to me, this is really simple, honestly. It's a question of whether progressives, who now actually surprisingly are in an unusual position of having
members of the Progressive Caucus,
here's Kyle Kalinske,
decided to grow a backbone and actually fight on this. Just to review real quick, the general argument in favor of hashtag force the vote. There's a principled argument and there's a strategic argument. The principled argument is there's a pandemic, 320,000 Americans are dead, and we have a healthcare crisis. What better time to fight for universal healthcare than during a healthcare crisis? It's a unique moment in history where this issue is on the forefront of everybody's mind.
Here's Jimmy Dore speaking
So
about
you
it.
just laid out quickly you just tweeted out saying, hey, here's a strategy.
Hey,
Let's
Chad.
use it. And can you tell people what happened from there on, Justin?
Yeah, AOC responded, and she went on to give
There's Justin Jackson from the fucking Los Angeles Chargers.
Why, right now wasn't a particular moment in time.
But Sam Cedar doesn't know
other, things that were going on behind the scenes that we weren't.
This NFL pro football player, he knows what force the vote is. Full commentary, stand-up comic podcaster Sam Cedar. Are you fucking kidding me? Says this.
Let's just
I really don't understand the idea of force the vote.
Holy shit. Do you think AOC is better than Joe Manchin?
Oh
my God, Joe.
I don't.
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Here we go.
No, I don't.
And yet all of those other people that you guys just listened to at Force the Vote, they all know what Force the Vote was. And he sits with Jackson Hinkle and lies to his entire audience and says, hey, Sam, I don't know what Force the Vote is, Cedar. To his entire audience, the whole world, claiming that he doesn't know what Force the Vote is about. Crystal Ball is talking about it. Cornell West was talking about it. Hello, somebody. Nina Turner was talking about it. Jimmy Dore was talking about it. A million other progressive podcasters were talking about it. What a fucking liar.
Let's just
I really don't understand the idea of force the vote.
Holy shit. Do you think AOC is better than Joe Manchin?
You don't understand the idea of force
Oh
the vote.
my God, Joe
Do you think
Manchin.
AOC is better than Joe Manchin? Let's stay with the original thing
How
we wanted to
much?
debate.
Is that what I wanted to debate tonight? You know
He says, you don't understand the concept behind force the vote. He goes, let's talk about Joe Manchin. You mentioned Joe Manchin. Let's talk about Joe Manchin. Do you hear that? He's like, you don't understand the concept behind force the vote. Listen to that.
Better than Joe Manchin.
You don't understand the idea of force
Oh my
the vote.
God, Joe
You think
Manchin.
AOC is better than Joe Manchin. Let's stay with the original thing
How
that you wanted to
much?
debate. Then we can
Is that what I wanted to debate? Can I email you about that?
Would love to focus the discussion around your support for the squad. I personally believe the squad and progressives in Congress are sellouts who have abandoned virtually every aspect of progressive principles over the last couple of years.
So where in that did I say that AOC is worse than Joe Manchin? I'm just curious.
I'm asking you, I'm trying to explore if they have sold out every aspect of progressive principles, and if you think Joe Manchin and AOC are essentially the same.
And then Jackson Hinkle is going to say, no, they're not the same. You know, let's get back to this debate, though. Why the fuck don't you want to talk about force the vote and tell us why you don't know what it is? You fucking liar.
Again, I did not say that. You're
I didn't
creating
say that. That's why I'm asking you.
you're creating a fake argument. Of course, no, I don't think AOC is the same.
Look at him laughing about it.
Well, no, you
He
said
thinks
that
he's
I
so
said
funny.
that, and that's what I initially came here to debate. That's not true.
A lot of us,
But
hey,
no, of course I don't.
unfortunately, Sam Cedar, a lot of people, and myself included, take this stuff a lot more seriously than he does. Obviously. He obviously, like he said, he doesn't care. I've been using it for a month and my skin feels great. My son's acne's almost gone. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Wow, Hutch.
Don't think, of course, Sam. Of course, I don't think that AOC is the same as Joe Manchin.
Have some questions.
I have some questions about you too.
AOC is
I got some questions about you too.
Is more progressive than Joe Manchin.
Jackson
I think
is.
she's a terrible legislator
Jackson's
because she's
doing a
allowed
great
roughly
job,
18,
guys. Give
must
me
pass
one in the
or
chat.
near must pass
For
votes
Jackson,
go
give me
through
one
without
in the chat
blocking
for
it,
Jackson.
and instances in which she could have actually blocked the agenda.
I kind of want some more coffee.
Do you
Let's do
think AOC is more progressive than Joe Manchin?
That's not what I came here to debate, but of course, yes, I do.
Why I support.
That's not what I came here to debate, but of course I do, yeah.
Okay. So the reason why I support the squad is because I think she's better than people like Joe Manchin. The squad.
So my problem with that.
Omar and Rashida Tlaib and are better than Josh Gottheimer.
So you're basically saying, well, AOC is better than the lowest bar we have in the Democratic Party, so that's why I support her. By that logic, do you support Nancy Pelosi because Nancy Pelosi is better than Joe Manchin?
You know what? I don't support Nancy Pelosi because
Oh, really? But she's better than Joe Manchin, so why don't you support her?
Because she's not the best that we have in the Congress.
Okay, so let's take a look at the best we have in the Congress. The best we have in the Congress, according to your logic, the best we have in the Congress right now is the squad, right? And the most progressive, I'm putting that in quotes, members of the Congressional Progressive Caucus.
Yes.
Exactly. So given the fact that this group of individuals, the squad, campaigned on fighting for a set agenda, and they have not fought for that agenda, and they have abandoned every single opportunity that they could have blocked must-pass bills through, or must-pass votes like the speakership vote during the force the vote saga.
That's true.
They have chosen to pass the Democratic agenda instead of actually forcing through their agenda and getting small or large concessions in return.
Okay.
Like, why didn't you support force the vote?
Well, I'll talk to you about force the vote, but let's just stay on the topic that you wanted, and then I'll talk about force the vote. The reason why I support the most progressive members of the Democratic Party is because they're the most progressive members of the Democratic Party. Now, if you want to have a conversation that you think people should be for a third party instead of Democrats, I'll have that conversation too. But why wouldn't, unless you do want to have that conversation, why wouldn't I support the most progressive members of the Democratic Party, even if par to where I want them to be?
I think that we need to hold them accountable, which is, I was a supporter of AOC. I donated to her. I bought her little merchandise stuff. And even during force to vote, even during force to vote, I always say, hope she proves me wrong. I hope she fights for this agenda that I care about.
You still progressive members of Congress, correct?
That's not a high bar. I hold them to what they say. No, Sam, listen, don't interrupt. I was about to answer your question and you interrupted me. I was about to answer your question and you interrupted me. I hold them to the bar that they ran on while, campaigning for Congress. That bar is saying stuff like, I'm going to fight for Medicare. We can't wait 100 more years. We need to fight for it right now. Saying stuff like, I don't care if I'm a one-term congressperson.
voice that Sam Cedar does.
Congressperson, I'm going to fight for my agenda or essentially go down trying.
Yes.
That's
That's what I super chatted
I do.
I mean, I have issues
I super chatted
with
Jackson that last night.
votes that they have taken.
He's like, oh, I'll tell him that.
They are the
So I'm kind of proud that he brought that up and that I caught it. So let me go back and just hear that for myself, man. It makes me happy.
No, Sam.
58 minutes in.
I was about to answer your question and you interrupted me.
I love that.
I hold them to the bar that they ran on while, campaigning for Congress.
Here goes.
That bar is saying stuff like, I'm going to fight for Medicare for all. We can't wait 100 more years. We need to fight for it right now. Saying stuff like, I don't care if I'm a one-term congressperson. I don't care if I'm a one-term congressperson. I'm going to fight for my agenda or essentially go down trying.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
That's what I hold.
That's what I super chatted
Okay,
Jackson last night.
So that's it. Yeah, 58-30-ish in the debate on my video when he says that. And I'm so glad he said that, man. I'm so glad he said it. I wish I could take credit for it, man. But if we were talking and like I was interviewing Jackson and we're just chilling on the channel and we're just talking and shit. And I said to him, you were already going to say that, right? Or did I actually remind you when I told you that? And kind of, you're like, oh yeah, I should bring that up. Because when I super chatted him that, he goes, no, he's like, I planned to mention that. He said that, like that shit was written.
I mean, I have issues.
I super chatted Jackson that.
Hodl gang, Philip. Hodl gang.
They are the most progressive members of the Democratic Party.
HODL. Hodl.
More progressive. People who are more progressive than them. They're the best we have. I don't get attached to politicians like you seem to have felt like you're scorned by them in some way. And I just don't care. I don't think politicians have principles. I think they go in and they get the best that they can do. Sometimes I think that they make mistakes because they're not smart. Sometimes I think some of them are just completely sold out. I think there's a lot of sellouts in Congress. In fact, Hodl was on the program last week, and she specifically said there's a lot of people who came in progressive who are corporatists now. I don't know who exactly she meant. I have some ideas. I suspect Nancy Pelosi was one of them. And so I don't get attached in the way you do. So your notion of my
said he was going to say that. He did.
I didn't get it to AOC. I didn't get as attached to them as you did. I take them politicians. I look for the most progressive politicians who are in a position to either win or to implement policy. And yes, they have largely failed. Joe Biden has failed. The Senate has failed. The Senate leadership has failed. I think Pelosi failed. I think it was a mistake for them to vote for the bipartisan infrastructure bill. The Progressive Caucus has failed. In fact, I think that, one of the things that I'm hoping, and, to the extent that I can pressure, there's only so much pressure I can bring to bear on politicians. Well, one of the things that I'm hoping that they do is that they actually implement some voting requirements, some litmus tests to be a Progressive Caucus member.
I think that's a great idea. But Sam, first of all, you just said a lot there. So
idea. You know who brought up that idea on this program?
My
I
progressive
have brought up
caucus.
that. You brought
Right
that
on, DG.
idea up on this program, brought it up on my program as well. I know you said that.
On this program.
That's a
You,
good
you
one.
said it during your first Forced to Vote video, actually. You said that maybe it's time that we, because of the CPC, that they should have to support a vote on Medicare
Quoting
on the House
Sam
floor before
Cedar
the party. I think
to
that's a great
Sam
idea.
Cedar.
I just wish you would continue holding them accountable like you did then. Anyways,
Bro,
but you
that's
said that
tight
I'm
work.
How did I hold them accountable then?
Sam, I just let you talk for so long.
How did I hold them accountable then?
You wanna go into this?
Jackson, what do you think is going on here?
You held them accountable back then by going out on your program and saying stuff like saying
Honestly,
stuff. We can push House progressive members to leverage their votes. It is worth it right now, tweeting at some of the top progressives, people who are supported by the Justice Democrats and the Squad. The more distinct we make, the easier it is for progressives to leverage it because they can simply say, look, I have my own pressures. So I think it's a good idea to do this, to force this vote.
yeah,
So why did you not say that or make a stink about this during the vote on the adoption of House rules or the American Rescue Plan Act or the For the People Act or increasing the Capitol Police and Security budget?
Yeah, why are you on board?
12%
Yo, Sam,
increase in the
why
state
won't you
department.
play
I'm
ball,
not done.
bro?
12% increase
Why
in
won't
the
you
state
fucking play
department
ball
USAID
and hold
funding
these
that
balls?
the Legislative Appropriations Act, Combating International Islamophobia Act, all of these things, the Infrastructure Act, increasing government
Silicone.
funding, all of these things.
Dab pads
Sam,
on
I'm
top of
done,
this
but
keeps
let
them
me
hot.
just finish. I let you talk for so long and I don't interrupt. I expect a little bit of respect in return. All of these things
Cedar's
were passed
getting-
by a
Cedar's
margin
getting
of roughly 6 to 10 votes in the House. These are all things that the progressives could have banded together, or in some cases banded together to stop and get concessions
Oh,
in
you guys can see
return.
this.
Sam, please
God,
stop interrupting.
Sam, why is
Please stop interrupting.
Because
you
because
listed all
Jack
the votes.
destroyed him.
You,
That's why Sam's cutting him off.
No,
With the State Department getting
With his
funding.
own with his own
you don't
words.
have a problem with that?
With the State Department getting funding? No.
A 12% increase.
I mean, a 12% increase, 11% increase, 13% increase.
You don't have a problem with the State Department, who is, leading coups across this world, who's
Dude,
launching hybrid warfare through
I got so much
national
I got
endowment for
so much more
democracy in
respect for
countries all across
Jackson
this
right
world,
now.
like
man.
Venezuela, like you just mentioned, that you said you had a problem with
This is
warmongering.
way
sanctions
beyond
against
what I thought he
Venezuela,
was gonna
problem
do,
with
right?
12% increase
Look.
to the State Department.
Not only is he just
Dude, that is what Homeboy came into the fucking chat this morning and said first thing. And I tweeted that shit at Jackson. Exactly what I'm saying right there. I was like, I got a lot of respect for Jackson. I knew he was going to win this fucking debate. But I didn't realize how badly he was going to win this debate. I didn't realize, like I said, Rocky 3, the first time the Russian meets Rocky and just destroys him. That is this debate. And I guarantee you this, it will always be this between these two. If they ever debate again, he will rip Sam apart like a fucking shark tasting blood in the water. And he knows it. There's not going to be a comeback. Listen to me talking shit right here about how impressed with Jackson I am.
Across this world,
Dude.
launching hybrid warfare through
I got so
the
much
national
I
endowment
got
for
so much more
democracy in
respect for
countries all across
Jackson
this
right
world,
now,
like
man.
Venezuela, like you just mentioned, that you said you had a problem with warmongering.
way
sanctions
beyond
against
what I thought
Venezuela,
he was gonna
problem
do.
with the 12% increase to the State Department.
Not only is he destroying him, but he's owning
for
him
progressive policies in return.
while he's destroying him.
Concession.
He's
Any concession.
fucking
I
skating all over him.
How closely that vote passed? Do you even know the vote?
No.
It was 217 to 212. AOC, Tlaib, and Bush voted no. Presley, Omar, Bowman, Jayapal, Khanna, Lee, and Porter voted yes.
How does Sam Cedar, a political analyst, not know the rundowns of these votes that his squad, his precious fucking squad, votes on? How does he not, on these bills that are so important to him? How does he not know? He's got his head so far up Matt and this other dumb fucking whatever that dumb cunt's fucking name is on his show. Asses. He's got his head so far up their asses, and they've got their head so far up his. They have no idea what the fuck's even going on around them, and then they just try to criticize. Oh, Jackson Hinkle. Oh, Jackson Hinkle. Yeah, he's got a podcast or something. He might be doing something on the internet. I don't know. I don't know who he is. Yeah, whatever. Never heard of Jackson Hinkle before.
Yes. So had 3 more progressives who voted yes, voted no, they would have been able to defeat the measure temporarily or forever, because I don't.
There's this. None of those fucking cunts at that show can ever say that shit again. Say my name, motherfucker! That goddamn Breaking Bad shit. Say my name. Say my name. I love that shit.
Towards an increase in the State Department. I think would have blocked it temporarily and gotten concessions in return.
The State Department.
The coffee stays so
hot.
hot.
Why don't you think it was a good idea to at least temporarily delay the passage of that to get concessions?
That's what the issue with was the.
No, wait. I want to hear you answer that.
Organization. I don't care, Jackson. I don't care. I do not share.
Of course you don't care, because you can't answer him truthfully. That's why you don't care.
The State Department budget.
Wow.
No, I'm not asking you to care about that.
A guy who cares about politics.
They could have delayed that. They chose not to.
He picks and chooses what he cares about.
An opportunity to get a progressive concession in return.
Wow.
Why didn't
concession are you talking about?
Any progressive things like getting better committee assignments?
Wait. So you think they're going to get a better committee assignment if they hold up the vote on a State Department budget?
That's what you've said in the past regarding the speakership vote. I think there's other progressive concessions they could have done in return. I think, they could have gotten votes on getting policies. I think they could have gotten Biden's agenda potentially. What about Sam, listen, what about a $15 minimum wage for all Americans? That's not even a progressive agenda. That's something Biden ran on.
Minimum wage.
Yes.
Jackson.
But don't you think it would be important to at the least get a vote on that in the House?
Right on, Orca.
I mean, I suppose. I think everybody has said they're for it. It's not going anywhere.
So why don't you support the squad delaying these bills? All the ones I just listed that passed by a small margin of votes, smaller than the squad themselves.
In the final analysis. I mean, one of the problems with, let's say, force the vote. You wanted to talk about that. You quoted me from a video in which I initially talked about force the vote. Do we have that video? Play that video. Play a clip of that video. I'm gonna tell you like what exactly what happened.
You just play a video.
Remember what you said?
It was a year ago, Jackson.
I guess your opinions have shifted a lot since then.
Well, I've also done 300 shows since then.
I hate both of these fucking cunts. I hate both of them.
The only caveat about this is that I don't know how well it's going to do in a vote. I think it's going to get the majority of Democrats, I would imagine, if it was to take the vote taken. But it's also like, is that the best ask? Is it better ask? We want more progressives on this committee, or we want more progressives on that committee. But at the time, for the time being, and I need to read more into it. I think the idea is
DG, right?
It is worth right now.
Elizabeth Warren was the lawyer against cancer patients who were being slighted by a fucking giant, right?
This is one of those people.
Emma Vigilant. Oh yeah, Elizabeth Warren, the snake, the fucking snake.
Hey, Jackson, let me tell you what happened after that.
Can you hear me? My
you like
camera
that?
froze.
You like that?
You can hear me now?
Little snake thing?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
So let me tell you what
I did the snake thing.
I was talking to some people, and nobody in a congressional thing, but activists on this, and people who were involved in Medicare for All were like, it's going to be bad. We're going to lose 300 plus to 100. It's going to be bad for Medicare for All. And I was like, well, at this point, it's quite clear
Look at me
that
hold my coffee in one hand.
the campaign,
Dude, I'm such a pro. Look at me go.
Basically taken off, and at that point, did we just lose it?
Look at
No,
me.
so my
Oh,
camera
fuck.
just went
What a
out.
podcaster.
I don't know what happened.
Is that on your end? Because I can actually see me in your camera.
Yeah, no, it's on my end.
Anyways, all right. So at that point, I realized, like, okay, well, I'm not going to stay in the way of this thing because let 1,000 flowers bloom.
And so because Jackson Hinkle's camera blinks out during this debate, now let me tell you something. As a podcaster, I've interviewed people before. We've done camera before. Cameras blink out sometimes. You know, it just happens. It's a common occurrence when you're doing these things. It's not fucking perfect, you know, and sometimes this happens. Do you know that the cunts over at Sam Cedar's show use that against Jackson Hinkle as it, like something he did intentionally? Oh, and his camera just cut off. You know, and Emma goes, yeah, and he was then he starts reading from something. And Jackson covered that last night. He goes, you know what? I was reading from something the whole time. He's like, I had notes. And like I said, he was Googling shit. You know, just get the fuck over it. It was basically information that Sam was trying to use against him, and Jackson was bringing the receipts. I don't care what the source of those receipts are, as long as it's factual. Get the fuck over it, Emma, Matt. Fucking cunts.
What's my feeling? It was a dumbass to have a vote.
Dude.
I'm watching myself 4 times.
Listen, DG. Jackson's hair is perfect. And he's going to cut his own camera off? Please. All he fucking wanted at that moment was for his camera to be back on. I was watching him struggle. Jackson was literally trying everything he could to get his camera back on and debating this cunt.
Or it was a dumbass, in my opinion, to have a vote for something that was going to lose. And I think that we definitely saw the failure. Even if it had won, I think it would, it wouldn't have gone anywhere in the Senate. But for it to lose so badly would have been a dumb thing to do. Sort of litmus test. If the squad is not using this to do a dumb performative act, then they're sellouts. And that was the only time that I actually even started to speak out against the force of the vote. I'm not even sure if I did, maybe we talked about it once.
Looks like something dropped here for a second. This must be that Elon drop, huh? It's the Elon drop. Usually it can go like 20 seconds.
Oh, it did for you, Jackson. At the time I ended that show, it had been a debate, but that was weeks after it had failed. So the reason why I didn't hold them to getting committee positions with that vote at that point was because the whole thing had taken for all, and it become, someone's sort of pet project to make it about some type of litmus test for the squad to push through Medicare for all, which I thought was a really bad idea.
What? Well, you know what's interesting about that, putting force to vote.
Doesn't even make sense.
Debate. I don't know if you still believe this, but one of the reasons you put forward for not supporting force to vote was you said, let's say Nancy Pelosi says, finally, the Dems lose the speakership because you're not going to get that 218 people to coalesce around another person. You're going to end up getting McCarthy. Do you still believe the lie that Kevin McCarthy would become Speaker of the House if we tried to force a vote?
I have no idea what would have happened.
You understand it would have taken Democrat together rather than voting for someone else to end up with Kevin McCarthy as Speaker?
Well, I don't know. Let's say they held out. What happens on day 2 or 3?
You keep taking more rounds of voting.
Do people abstain?
No, you keep taking more rounds of voting.
No. How do you know Josh Gottheimer doesn't abstain? How do you know?
There's historical precedent for this.
Well, you know, there's historical precedent for what? Henry Cuellar?
For a House speakership vote that went 12 rounds.
Yeah, well, how do you know that Josh Gottheimer is not going to abstain? How do you know that Henry Cuellar is not going to abstain?
Because that would mean a Democrat is voting for a Republican. That's not going to happen.
Have you seen Henry Cuellar's voting record?
I have, and I've seen AOC's, which falls pretty much all in line with Nancy Pelosi's too.
Right, well, Henry Cuellar's doesn't.
The fact of the matter is, they were not going to vote for a Republican. The Democratic establishment would not allow that to happen. And the fact that you're thinking that there's some sort of practicality in this argument that Henry Cuellar or Gottheimer would have voted for Kevin McCarthy as speaker is actually insane. Like, that's actually insane.
Okay.
So,
He's got no
if you
response.
understand, though, the principle behind force of vote.
Jackson wins another point. No response.
I have a problem with the ask.
Jesus Christ, Sam, let me finish
I
before
understand
you interrupt me.
leverage.
I know my camera's not on, it broke, but like, let me at least finish what I'm saying. If
Okay.
you understand,
Jackson's
if you understand that forced vote is a strategy that could be carried out, and you've said this in the past.
Look how
You said
shocked I
maybe
was.
Medicare for all wasn't the best ask,
You
or the
guys.
speakership vote was too risky because you don't.
That's not over the top acting right there. I was so fucking impressed with what he had just said to Sam. You know, that I was like, God damn, man. Seriously. I was shocked and impressed. I mean, listen to him talk to this man. He used to be a fan of his, you know? And just watch the expression on my face.
Not allow that to happen. And the fact that
I'm going to tell you this, the reaction on my face here is completely real.
you're thinking that there's some sort of, the fact that you're thinking that there's some sort of practicality in this argument that Henry Cuellar or Gottheimer would have voted for Kevin McCarthy as speaker is actually insane. Like, that's actually insane.
Okay.
So,
He's got no
if you
response.
understand, though, the principle behind force of vote.
Jackson wins
Maybe
another
you have
point.
problems
No
with
response.
Medicare for all.
I have a problem with the ask.
Jesus Christ, Sam, let me finish
I
before you
understand
interrupt me.
leverage.
I know my camera's not on, but like, let me at least finish what I'm saying. If you understand,
Jackson's
if you understand
great.
that forced vote is a strategy that could be carried out, and you've said this in the past, you just think maybe Medicare for all wasn't the best ask, or the speakership vote was too risky because you don't understand how a speakership vote works.
Funny to watch.
Then why didn't you support forcing the vote on any of the other policies I listed?
Because I know sometimes I act like that when I go into character, you know, but that was just me talking, man. And that was just real. That was hilarious. I remember, man, every time Jackson did something in there like that, I was just, when I was done with that debate, I remember saying he didn't just win the debate, whatever. He moderated the debate too. Because Sam has absolutely no manners. He has no moderation skills whatsoever. And Jackson completely understands how a debate works. And he had to serve as moderator too. You know, it was too bad, you know, because by age, he was the younger one. But by maturity, Jackson Hinkle was the adult in that room that day.
Or criticize the squad for not forcing the vote on those policies?
Okay, let's not use the word.
What do you want to call it?
Why did they use their leverage?
I know that phrase is triggering to you. So why didn't they use their leverage?
I know that phrase is
Why
triggering to
did they
you.
use?
Dude, that was
they didn't.
an attack.
Because they voted for these bills without getting.
Jimmy Dore's laughing his ass off right now.
Because there are no substantive large material changes that.
I know that term is triggering for you.
There's nothing that the squad has been able. There's nothing. You just asked me a question. Let me finish.
No, I heard you. You answered it. You said there's no.
Oh yeah, now. Oh yeah. I mean, Jackson is destroying Sam Sear.
You know what?
Destroying him
The one that didn't pass.
from the left.
No, the one that did pass. It passed in the House.
Was it signed into law? I must have missed it.
But Jackson, we're talking about House members, yes?
Well, what is the point of?
Are we talking about House members, or are we talking about people in the Senate?
What is the point?
Are we talking about Joe Manchin, or are we talking about AOC? You said that Joe Manchin
Man, DG, that is a really good question. You said, why is Sam so threatened by Jimmy, Jackson, and people in that orbit? Sam can do this failed approach, but why put down and smear others trying something different? If there's one thing I've always found out about Sam Cedar and that I've learned from, it's that he is a very jealous man. And he uses his jealousy in the exact opposite way that I use my jealousy. Look, I'm jealous of all the same people he is. I am. I'm jealous of all of them, man. I wish I had what they had. I wish I could have the audiences they had, fucking awesome podcast and all that shit. But instead of me finding every little thing that they say to attack them on, which I don't do, I lift them up and I support them and I give them love all the time. He's spent years attacking people on all the wrong things. Now, the only thing I will attack you on is when you get the truth wrong, when you get the facts wrong, then I'm going to come after you. Not Sam Cedar. Sam Cedar will try to demean you. He will make fun of you personally. He will go after your family. This is all provable. He literally does it on this debate, and you're about to see it happen.
Worse than AOC. And AOC is more progressive. They're different people.
Why is going back to that
different
point?
houses. Do you understand how that works?
You want to hear the incredible things that you want to hear the understand that they're separate chambers of medicine. You want to hear the incredible
Hold on for 1 second, Jackson. Actually, hold on. I'll let the answer this. Let me play this. Hold on 1 second, Jackson. Give me 1 second. Will you play the end of this, the Ilhan Omar thing? Because I thought this was sort of interesting. Because I think it's possible that Jackson doesn't quite understand certain dynamics. Bradley, do you have that? Play this last
They
clip.
pulled the
Because I
volume
tuned
down.
into this, or I gotta be fair. Somebody sent this to me. And I was curious because Jackson had
They pulled his volume
done a
down.
video on our interview with Ilhan Omar, and it was shocking. And I was like, was it? Did we do something that was shocking in the interview? But play the end of this, and this is what I think it was. Fight's a little bit ways away, so we can hopefully get it.
The leadership fight's not going to happen. What are you saying? If you honestly believe, hold on, this motherfucker thinks that we're going to hold the house. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. You ask me those leadership position questions when the time comes around. Okay. All right. We'll see you later. Okay. That was incredible.
Okay. It's going to be a leadership fight, regardless of whether the Democrats hold the House. That there's a leadership fight. If they are in the majority, then it's for the speakership. And if they're in the minority, then it's just for the leadership. In other words, Kevin McCarthy is the leader of the Republicans in the minority. You understand how?
Dude, they all mined his stuff, right? They found him being ratioed by his father on Twitter, and then they pretended like they didn't know who he was. Yeah. This guy, he's a podcaster. I guess he's got a show called the Dive. Oh, but there you were mining his shit like you didn't know who he was.
Right?
So first of all,
It's a smear. The whole thing was a smear.
You changed the subject when you were getting pressed. But yes,
No, I didn't change the subject. You don't think, like, you expect.
You're right. We are listening, Jack.
To change the votes in the Senate, and it doesn't work that way.
When did I ever say that, Sam?
Well, because I said, you said that they get, and I said they passed the Build Back Better bill, which you didn't seem to understand in the House.
My bad.
They
Jack.
did
You're
pass
right.
it in the House.
Right.
And you said, well, what's signed into legislation? And I said, that's because it got stopped in the Senate. And 6 members of the House cannot control
Trying to
that.
be really respectful right now, but you continue to
Don't
talk
be.
over me and
Don't
interrupt
be.
me.
Do
So
whatever
let me
you
go.
want.
Let me go. So when you talk about speakership votes, that implies that there's going to be a Democratic majority.
I spoke about
Second of all,
leadership. Play it again. You didn't hear it.
second of
Play it again. Play it again. Hold on, Jack.
You know, you're right. It's like it wasn't a big deal for Jackson. He's like, my dad got me. If my dad skunked me like that, I'd just be like, way to go. My father's knocked me out before. You know? So, that's what dads do to you. And they toughen you up, and that's his job. And Jackson's proud of that, and his audience is proud of that. We all have no problem with him being ratioed by his father. We fucking love it. And we're part of the fucking family. And for this fucking cunt and the crew of cunts that they've got over there at Sam Cedar Show to try to grab that tweet and use it as some kind of a smear, another smear. They're smearing and smearing and smearing. And for his audience to sit there like the bunch of dumb fucking brainwashed cunts that they are and support this and not see it for what it is. And for them to smear Jackson. And let me tell you something. His chat was a constant smear fest on Jackson. It's all it was. These fucking cunts. It's all they knew to do. Oh, yeah, this guy from nowhere, all this blah, blah, blah. That all they were doing was talking shit about him. I was like, oh, man, it's all just shit talk about Jackson. It's fucking psychotic.
And I'm trying to talk about...
It's my show, ding dong.
Okay.
Wow. It's my show, ding dong.
Ding dong.
You can do it again, but you just misspoke. So let's play again.
He's trying to call him on a mistake over one word. And he's trying to make such a big deal about that because he is so intimidated at this point. He is so fucking off. He's getting rope-a-doped so fucking bad. He doesn't even fucking realize it. He's fucking swinging and swinging and swinging, and he's missing and missing and missing and missing. And Jackson's just going like this. Pop, pop, connect, connect, pop, connect, connect. And fucking Cedar's just fucking, the whole time. And you could tell, you could feel it, that Jackson knew he had him the whole time. Jackson's like, I'm going to wipe the floor with this motherfucker. Jackson knew he was going to do it. He bragged about it on his stream for a couple days beforehand. I was loving it. I was totally supporting him for it. I was like, I couldn't wait, because he announced this a while back. So it's been going on for a while, man. I've been keeping up with it. I couldn't wait, man. I was like, when he finally announced it, I think it was like almost a week off or something before the debate. And I was like, Wednesday, huh? Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to cover it live, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good, man. And fucking Jackson's going to win.
The end of that conversation, was about leadership. Do you think that the leadership matters as much as we say? You honestly believe, hold on, this motherfucker thinks that we're going to hold the house. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. You asked me those leadership position questions. Those comes around. Okay. All right.
Okay. So Jackson, continue.
Do you actually think that the speakership?
Yeah, he did. He did. He watched some debates Sam was in.
Can you hear me?
He may not come back.
Can you hear me?
That's it. That's
they
it.
Just muted me. Can you hear me? Hello?
Ask him to unmute a few more times. It might be the complex setup.
He's like, ask him to unmute a few more times. That's the cunt, Matt, that muted him. Acting like he's asking Jackson to unmute himself, but Matt fucking muted him in the debate. Why the fuck would you do that? You want to hear him mute him? I knew exactly what happened. Here, look at me. Wait. I'm just going to play from this point on. Look at my face right here.
He's got a pretty crazy setup.
Bullshit.
All I do is see myself twice.
You muted me.
Can you believe this?
Did he go away?
You muted me. Hello. My mic is still on.
They're playing bullshit with him.
My mic is still on. Can you hear me?
All right, well, Jackson,
Wow.
you want to come back? You can come back. If not,
I'm
you
here.
can say goodbye.
Wow.
I'm here. You fucking muted me.
Wow.
You're full of shit.
We can keep him on if you want.
I'll just keep him on this side.
You muted me.
Wow. Right?
I don't even know how to reach out to you.
How the fuck could Jackson have known that inside the goddamn, if he was on StreamYard or whatever, if that's where the mute was?
Am I still on the screen?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You mute.
Do number, what's this one?
Look at this.
My
Look at this.
audience can hear me right now.
Look at
You
this.
muted me.
Look at him laughing. Look at him laughing.
Fucking bitch.
Look at how he's getting off on this.
See if that gets him to
You
come back.
muted me.
You see what he
This
says?
is a,
See if that gets him to come back. What, you fucking muted him? Now you're going to show that his father ratioed him on Twitter? Here's look, bring this up. Maybe this will bring him back. Let's try to embarrass this guy that I'm in the middle of a fucking debate with. This is what a grown man does in the middle of a fucking debate. He mutes his opponent and then brings up a tweet that he thinks is going to embarrass Jackson, that he thinks is going to make Jackson look bad, when in reality, it just makes him look real. And it makes Sam Cedar look like a losing cunt that he is. Oh, they're smearing Jackson when his dad ratioed him.
It's lies my parents told me when I was little.
Oh my God, fuck Sam Cedar.
I guess Santa is real. The tooth fairy leaves money under your pillow.
Fucking cunts.
Cunts.
Fucking cunts.
Cunts.
They muted me.
Good for you, Jackson.
They kicked me off.
Dude, they're smearing him. He fucking called them cunts. Jackson called them cunts. All of them. Did you hear it? Oh, you guys heard me calling them cunts, and some of you got offended and left this live stream. But I just want y'all to know Jackson himself is calling them cunts right now. So don't get mad at me, all right? Don't think that, I'm somehow, the most vulgar person on the internet because I'm calling Sam Cedar and the rest of those fucking cunts the fucking cunts that they are. Jackson agrees with me.
Absolute fucking disrespectful.
Wow,
That is a quit on there.
Smearing him.
Me. And my fucking camera doesn't work. I don't know what the fuck happened to this.
Wow, what a douchebag.
I wanted to ask him about that because as a parent, I wanted to know if there's tension between them or if that was funny. Because I feel like I would do that to my kids.
He literally printed the tweets out on a piece of paper. Exactly. They tried to find whatever they could on Jackson, and all they could find was a tweet from Jackson's father. It was cute as hell, too. Jackson's like, things my parents lied to me about. Santa's real. His dad tweeted him back. He's like, I'm Santa. I was Santa. It's so fucking funny. It's a hilarious fucking tweet.
At one point.
They muted me, bro.
What a
Let's do
They
it.
still hear me.
And
what a
go back
douchebag.
and
Muted myself.
show maybe. And let's just come back.
Look
and
at
say-
this douchebag.
After you do the show.
That's a fucking out for
I think
some.
he wants to come back.
No, I think that I think we'll put it down to the technical confusion that we had going on there.
Yeah,
Sam Cedar
Because
just
I'm
muted me
but yeah,
after my
I
camera
forgot
stopped.
how it's
I think so.
I think it's the squad is the spear point of fascism. But
He wants to come back.
no, I think that I think we'll put it down to the technical confusion that we had going on there.
Yeah.
Sam Cedar
Because
just
I'm
muted me
but yeah,
after my
I
camera
forgot
stopped.
how it's
I think there was some technical confusion back then after I muted him. I think that's what Matt says. And that's the moment he admitted that he muted Jackson. That second. It's hard to hear, but if you listen really closely, I think that's when he admitted it. It's at 1:19, say 40. 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 40 seconds.
They still hear me.
And
What a
Go back
douchebag.
and muted myself on their own
Wrap
show.
up the show,
The
maybe.
host muted me, and
And let's
that's
just come
on
back.
Look at this douchebag.
After you do the
Twitch on
show.
their end. That's a fucking out for
I
some.
think he wants to come back.
no, I think that I think we'll put it down to the technical confusion that we had going on there.
Yeah.
Sam Cedar
Because
just
I'm
muted me.
but yeah.
Because I muted him. I think there was some technical confusion back then because I muted him. That's what he said. Dude, I'm going to turn my bass down on my stereo. Listen to this shit. Bass. All right. I turn the bass all the way down. Let's listen to what fucking Matt says right there. It's 1:19. Let's try 1:19:49.
Fucking out for
I don't
some.
think he wants to come back.
No, I think that I think we'll put it down to the technical confusion that we had to look at.
Yeah.
Sam Cedar just muted me.
But yeah.
After my
He does. That's exactly what he said. I think there was some technical confusion back then because I muted him. That's exactly what he fucking says. So he admits that he muted him, and Sam is pretending like he doesn't know that the guy's been muted by them, keeps blaming Jackson, taunts him, smears him continuously during this moment, acting like a fucking little child. Sam Cedar's face right there is fucking perfect for this moment. What a douche.
I think the squad is the spear point of fascism in the United States, but maybe
Do you want to give him that opportunity to say that? We should allow him to explain that.
yeah. We have the squad is the fascism.
It's not just that they're worse, that they're better than Manchin, but they're also the vanguard of fascism.
You kind of want to break his nose, Billy.
So this is the thing that I think was genuous.
I don't like his face.
Now they're just gonna bash him while he can't defend himself.
I hope you like mine, Billy.
What a bunch of idiots.
But I stand by it 100%. I said that Cameron, thank you for the fascism in the United States.
This
will
was
come
all
from
planned.
Progressive, like woke circles.
They're fucking smearing him right now,
This
dude.
Vader ran like Crowder ran for him.
I've got both
Why is that
feeds up.
coming up? What is that?
Yeah,
That was driving me crazy. I remember
So it's
that.
not just that they didn't leverage their vote to get progressive concessions when there was a 12% increase in the state budget.
I mean,
It's that they're the vanguard of fascism in this country.
I mean, my concern is that what if you did force the vote, and then all those squad members did vote for Baker, and then you supported them, and then they did fascism.
Jackson turned his whole podcast back on.
But they're getting all these. Here's the amazing thing.
CIA tactics.
Without a doubt.
Jackson's got his podcast back on, and he's just not
I don't
even.
know why my camera's on.
Fucking restart your
Not
camera,
a good time
dude.
for my camera to stop.
Just restart it.
Not a good time for my camera to stop.
He gets his
right?
he gets his camera back on.
They fucking muted him and started smearing him.
He figures it out. I love it.
want to fucking. I don't know why my fucking shit is acting really. This I don't know.
Why is this shit not?
I don't know why the chat's not working right. All of a sudden, it's not showing my fucking chat.
Camera time.
Everything is fucking up on me, dude.
That was a really weird moment in this
Why is it
podcast.
showing the fucking chat?
They are inviting me back.
Everything stopped working.
All right. Well, how do
My
they
phone
reach
was
me out?
ringing. Fucking crazy
They
shit,
need
bro. It's like my whole
They're
world is like,
inviting me
ah!
How do I? How are they inviting me back? Because they're the ones who muted me.
It's kind of
Dude,
funny.
They message
Why
me
is
on
my
Twitter. I don't
screen
see it on
fucking up
Twitter.
like this, dude? I don't know what the fuck. Why my screen is doing this shit? It is so weird. Where's the fucking chat? Oh, what is it behind, dude?
Let me message Sam. I mean, like they muted me.
Dude, they started smearing you. Fuck them. God damn, he has no idea. And I'm sitting here like an idiot.
And now they wanna invite me back because they realize I fucking.
Look how frustrated I was. Everything was just. I was so frustrated. I was so angry at Sam
Cannot believe
for them muting him.
Cannot believe they did that.
I was frustrated
Cannot
that
believe they did that.
that his camera got shut off. That sucked. You know, because this is the kind of shit
I
that
haven't
happens
seen
to me
emails
during
from
an
them.
interview or something, you know?
Got no emails. So if they're telling you that they're inviting me back, that is equally as much bullshit as when they said they unmuted me.
Right? At least he knew they muted him. I'm waiting for him to unmute himself. What? Why'd you fucking mute him in a debate, you dumbass?
Let me try clicking the old link again.
I'm gonna send him the super chat. I can. I don't know why my fucking computer is acting
For
so
example,
weird.
Dave, AOC voted the right way. You're not, and
I'll
now,
jump off so you guys can
Yes.
see. I'm monitoring.
What is that?
Bro, like,
Where's that coming from?
first of all, my
Where's your-
camera's not working. Second of all,
Where's that
your
sound?
host muted me. I don't know who that was, but your host muted me.
Talk over the clip. It was me.
Okay.
It was me.
I
I don't know who muted me. Matt chimes in. It was me. There's the fucking admission right there. You guys can hear it loud and clear. Sam Cedar allows his people to mute somebody that he's having a debate with, and then for 5 fucking minutes, he smears the guy and acts like he muted himself.
never unmuted my thing.
How about an apology, Sam?
And then you guys claimed that I muted myself. You guys muted me and tried to get me off the stream.
Matt just said it. No, you're back.
I just said I muted you because you're talking over.
We do
the
that fairly
Why,
regularly.
why didn't you unmute me when it was over?
I
And
asked
then you claimed that I muted myself.
I asked you back. You're talking to me. Let me just clarify. I asked you to unmute yourself. You'll notice in the chat I said, "Are you able to unmute yourself?" And you left. But now that everything started out except your camera,
Well,
loud and
if you
What a
muted me,
liar.
Why did you do something?
I tried to.
Jackson.
Jackson,
Yes.
Zoom. Let me explain. Let me just explain for everybody because I don't want this to be the thing that they're going to have. It says ask to unmute yourself. So I asked you to unmute
Matt,
yourself. You had to
Matt,
affirmatively unmute.
Matt, don't. This little thing isn't the thing that got your boy Sam's fucking balls in a goddamn vice and smashed into little tiny bits in front of you and all your little fucking cunt buddies over there. No. It was Sam's doing. All right? Don't try to fucking take credit for the train wreck that was your side of this fucking debate. Fuck you, Matt. You fucking cunt. Fuck you.
Yourself. You didn't do that.
Why
But
did
now,
you say that?
that's what I
Fuck
said.
you,
I said
Matt.
Before you got on there, so.
We have
You
a
said
screen.
it on a chat, but you didn't. I'm not reading the chat. I mean, I didn't even know there was a chat in there. But all right, let's keep talking. So my question, Sam, was if you understand the idea behind forcing a vote, sorts of policies, and the squad ran on a set agenda, saying they were going to fight for that agenda, and then
He's
every
wearing
time
his
they had the
earplug!
opportunity to
He's
force
wearing
it,
his fucking
they
earplug in!
choose not to. And they have no material gains, no material concessions that they can show.
Fail.
It's actually a hypothetical secret concessions that you claim they're getting.
Can't even debate
Why
by
aren't you
himself.
criticizing them like we all are?
Okay, I don't know who we all are in this instance, but Jackson, you started this off by saying that they were getting preferential treatment by the Democrats, and one of those was their ability to go in and negotiate with Biden.
God, he's
How
wearing
is
a
that
fucking
preferential
earpiece.
treatment different from to get in and negotiate as to what the outcomes of bills will be?
Very, very easy answer to that. If you're looking at it from a practical sense as to what is practical, pragmatic politics, the idea of
Matt's a
going
bum.
in
They're
on
all
a,
cunts,
joint
DG.
task
All of them.
force with Biden does not
All of
involve
them. Everyone that's ever been on that show
I
since
think
day
addition to
one.
that,
They were
those
all
joint
cunts.
task
Fuck them
forces, with the
all.
exception of, say, the climate change one, they weren't negotiating based on their agenda and items that they could potentially get concessions on. They were negotiating.
They all wanted to
in
be
favor of
fucking
Biden's agenda
Howard
between the more
Stern. It was so
progressive aspects of his
obvious.
agenda and the more conservative
They were
aspects of
play
his
acting,
agenda.
trying to be like Howard
And
Stern.
I think that they need to be forcing votes on their agenda,
What
concessions
is
from their.
forcing votes? What are you talking about? What does that mean?
Well, I would ask you because in your initial video and in
I stopped watching Majority Report years ago. Let me tell you something, brother. I came on my show and I told my audience all about it. I've talked about it for years. I said Sam Cedar and at the time, Michael Brooks, they're both fucking pieces of fucking cunts. Fuck them all. I was like, everyone on that show, Jamie, all of them, they're all fucking cunts. Fuck every single one of them. And I'm right. And I was right. I've been saying this for fucking years. And you could go back on my show and watch, man. You go back on my show and you'll find that shit. I've been talking shit about Sam Cedar and all their bullshit for fucking years. I used to be a fucking fan. I was a fan of his, man. He followed me on YouTube, man, before when he just started. I'd had thousands of followers. I was talking shit. And he came and he saw me and he fucking followed me on YouTube. He still is. He still is following one of my channels on YouTube. He never unfollowed me.
You said that, yes, I think forcing a vote is a fundamentally good principle.
Leverage for certain things
Listen to him.
is a good principle.
He just won't say force the vote. He's such a fucking cocksucker. Then he's like, leverage, mutton chops, leverage.
But I don't.
Billy, I think I got the sound, the tonality of his voice right. It would be Todd, huh? Mutton chops, Jackson Hinkle.
Forcing a vote. You can have a vote. Listen, there's a bill that has been introduced by Jayapal, right? A Medicare for All bill.
It was introduced after they'd already voted for the subsidization of COBRA premiums for 6 months, which is something you said you vehemently disagreed with.
I did disagree. Yes, I railed on it quite a bit, actually.
You know, they actually delayed the introduction of Medicare for All so they could initially first pass the COBRA premium subsidies in that COVID.
Yes, Nancy Pelosi is a very outspoken critic of Medicare for All. I'm aware. That's why I criticize Nancy Pelosi for that as well.
So if you think that
Jayapal, do I think that putting a vote for Medicare for All on the floor is not the best ask? Correct.
Okay, so why don't they instead, focus on, if you think maybe these domestic policies are not their strong suit in forcing their agenda through, like Medicare for All, why don't they focus on foreign policy issues?
No. Jackson, you're talking jibber jabber here. If you force the vote for Medicare for All, let's say, it will lose. And not only will it not win, which you don't see winning in the House is even meaningful, right? Because the Build Back Better is not going to become a bill because it's stopping the Senate. What about losing a vote in the House?
You actually said on your show, and let me bring this up because this is your quote again. You said that you think that it's important to set markers even if votes fail, so when they can.
And that right there is Jackson Hinkle putting the last nail in Sam Cedar's coffin. If you guys have been paying attention this long, congratulations to you. You just got to hear Jackson Hinkle destroy Sam Cedar with the very last thing that he just said. He's literally reading Sam Cedar's own voice back to him. His own quote back to Sam, saying it's important to set markers so people know who not to fucking vote for when they come up for election. It's a process, Sam. Do anything, it never starts. And then AOC just gets a nicer car every year, you cocksmoker.
Control, both houses and the White House, potentially with progressive politicians, they will have the record of who in the Democratic caucus votes for it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, with the value we have of Medicare for All is that we know at the very least there's 100 Democrats who won't even co-sponsor the bill. Right? So we know that.
So don't vote for him.
Now, for instance, in the Senate, they voted to expand Social Security payments, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, which I think was very helpful, even though it couldn't pass, because it holds and binds those people. So yes, I do think there's some value, but it's nominal. I wouldn't exercise, the type of leverage you're talking about to get.
What was the issue that made me say so, DG? It was when Michael Brooks and Sam Cedar were both simultaneously attacking Jimmy Dore on the amount of viewers that he had. And they were being so mean and rude. And at the time, they didn't really disagree on a lot at that time. Jimmy was still fucking just coming off of TYT. And politically, Sam Cedar and Jimmy Dore were just about in the exact same place. But Michael Brooks and Sam Cedar couldn't keep their jealous, fat, fucking shit mouths shut. And all they could do was act like spoiled, jealous little fucking cunt bitch New York motherfuckers. And that's exactly what they fucking sounded like. Jealous little New York cunts. That's what they fucking sounded like.
Vote, particularly on a bill where it's going to lose 300 to 100 or whatever, 310 to 110.
You know, they were smearing Jimmy, pretending to be Howard Stern talked about people. You know, and Michael Brooks would be, you know, what he thought was off cam, but didn't realize that the fucking cams were set for fucking audio. So while Sam's doing the bit, you got Clint fucking Michael Brooks in the background, sitting back there going, literally doing canned laughter out of his fucking shit mouth. Not laughing at all. Just making the noise of laughter to back up Sam's stupid bullshit bashing of Jimmy Dore. And I was like, this is a farce. I thought, it's fucking theater, man. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, you guys just want to be Howard Stern. Are you fucking kidding me? Michael Brooks is doing fake laughter. The camera would switch to him, and you could see he was doing something. Literally, he'd be typing some shit into Google or whatever, right? And he'd go, ha, 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 ha. He wasn't laughing. He was just going, ha, 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 ha. It was the phoniest shit I'd ever seen in my entire life. And he didn't realize the fucking camera was on him. Because you could tell he wasn't fucking laughing when you could see him. You know, it would sound like laughter, I guess, if you couldn't see him. But you could see he wasn't even paying attention to what Sam was saying. He was just waiting for him to finish saying what he was saying and then making laughter noises after. You can't stand those New York liberals, West Coast for life. Right on, brother. Fucking these goddamn New York City. Is that what you get your hot sauce from? New York City. I was over Michael Brooks when he said he thinks the U.S. should keep a troop presence in Syria. Oh, my God. Dude, Michael Brooks was wrong about a lot of shit. You know, but so many people fucking loved him. And I never liked him at all. Sucks to be you, Michael Brooks fans.
In concessions that might not be necessarily policies. Like, for example,
never liked him.
You brought up this idea of getting committee assignments.
Yeah, I did like Sam. There was a time when I used to like him.
Assignments for, I don't know, say the next congressional cycle.
I don't like him anymore.
I hope they are.
Well, don't you think it's a bit of an issue?
In fact, I would argue that maybe AOC
he has
sending
the inability to admit that he's wrong. He has the inability to act like an adult in a situation that requires it. And he has the inability to stop being jealous of people like Jackson and Jimmy Dore.
Money to moderate and even conservative Democrats was part of that.
So you think that instead of leveraging their power, they should just be giving
What
money?
power, dude? There's 6 votes.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude! Are you fucking kidding me? I'm just like at this point in the. Oh my God, what power? I mean, literally the power to change legislation, Sam. That's the power of forcing the vote, changing legislation, creating legislation, getting Medicare for all, getting $20, $25 minimum wage, a living wage, forgiving student loan debt, pulling out, America from all these fucking foreign wars and stop giving fucking weapons to Saudi Arabia to go bomb innocent people in Yemen. I don't know, like a million things, Sam. Stop a vote. They have the power to stop a vote. They have the power to hold up a vote, man. It's already taking place.
If they sink those bills, what do you think they get?
If they sink those bills, they could get the concessions you were just referring to, and you said that you think maybe they got by giving money to D-triple-C Democrats. That's what you just said.
You understand? You understand what he's saying? Nancy Pelosi would need those votes so she could continue to be Speaker of the House, right? Because she's a greedy cunt. So they threaten her speakership, and they say, we're not going to vote for you this time unless you give us Medicare for all, and then at least a vote on Medicare for all, so we know who to vote for next time. And then she's forced to do it. And then they vote on it. You either get it or you don't get it. But, maybe you get something. Maybe you'll get minimum wage raised up to a fair wage. Maybe you'll forgive student loan debt. Maybe you'll get, you'll pull some of the military out. Maybe you'll get some things. Maybe Nancy can make that happen if and only if you fucking threaten her position. I mean, this is just so stupid for him to pretend like he doesn't know what this is.
Have to pay $5,000
or that it would be effective. Or that that hasn't been used a million times, by people like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. They do it all the time, man. They withhold their vote when they're expected to fucking vote on party lines. They're trying to get shit that they want. They're getting, or their own personal reasons. They're getting paid off by, but they do what the fuck, they control the goddamn vote, man. They've got power.
It greases the wheels. Yeah.
And that's only two people.
What if I told you instead of playing softball politics and greasing the wheels, which is
all
don't interrupt me. You've so many times.
I don't care. Don't talk about it. I don't care.
Me so many times. I let you talk.
I don't care.
I
don't care. I don't need anything. Softball.
Because I'm losing. I don't care because I'm losing.
Let me be specific. Softball politics is giving $160,000 to D-triple-C Democrats when she said,
right, Steve Running, right? She allows insider trading, exactly. Trading, exactly. Unfortunately, Sam's unwatchable after. Sam's always been unwatchable. You're just finding out now.
And what happens after you vote no on that?
You vote no on it, and you block the bill from passing. And because these are things that the Democratic Assembly.
Let me just throw one of our ex-trendies to the bus here. You guys remember what was her name? I forgot. Wow, it's been that long. So she used to come in here all the time. She's a huge supporter of Trendy As Davers. And then, she stopped watching me and she started watching Sam Cedar 100% of the time. Stopped becoming a Trendy and started becoming a Sam Cedar. And that's the last place I saw her was when I was in a Sam Cedar live and she was there calling everyone in their comrade. Shayna Lynn. Her name was Shayna Lynn. You guys remember Shayna Lynn? It was years after I realized what a cock smoker he was that she continued to go there and not come here and watch the show anymore. So I can name one person who selected Sam Cedar over the reality that I bring. After years of me bringing Shayna Lynn reality, she chose to become part of the comrade crowd over there at fucking Sam Cedar. Call each other comrades over there. It's so fucking weird. But that's what she wants.
Establishment really wants us to get concessions to vote for those policies. That's hardball policies.
What are you talking about? What vote for what policies?
No, I said getting concessions. And when I say voting for policies,
you're going to retaliate against her?
No, I'm saying getting concessions.
Dude, the chat is so funny right now. Jackson's chat is just blowing up.
What would you change in that Capitol Police funding that you think that they should have changed in that bill?
Well, I don't think that we should have given any of this Capitol Police.
Apparently, he doesn't care. Hey, Mark,
here's the part you missed.
That's a power chip and she can play when she doesn't get it right. Give me some samples. I can't read it.
That bill until they get a concession for something that some benefits the vehicle.
What is the something that you're talking about?
You've listed numerous examples on your show because
No, I've not seen Brianna Joy Gray debate Sam Cedar, but after watching this debate, I never want to watch Sam Cedar debate again.
you said Medicare for all is not a good ask. So what if we did this, that, or the other? There's a whole host of things.
Why
I'm
did
not a member of Congress.
But I don't understand. It's not a member of Congress. You need to know how it works, Jackson. But you can't even articulate one thing that they're supposed to be asking for. That's how. Okay. So, wait a second. I'm not going to. Okay. The committee assignments come out at the beginning of the year, and we'll find out about that.
Don't you think that they would say that you're receiving all
Smugnerant.
because we got this?
I'm voting against. You want my vote. You want my vote, Nancy Pelosi, for the State Department increase by 12%. And I'm going to withhold that vote unless we have a vote on Medicare for all and the 100 against it vote for it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Jackson, I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. Do you still not believe it's a good idea? Because at the time,
Oh, yeah, no, I very quickly said it wasn't a good idea.
So
Very quickly after that video.
So you said that it was a good idea. You said then very quickly I changed my mind and I thought it was a bad idea. Now you cited your reasoning for this because you said you thought it was part of a Jimmy Dore effort to hate on
No.
You said.
No.
I'm so glad I brought the chat up.
Still start with the fundamental strategy of forcing the vote, right?
What are you talking about? Force a vote? No, I do not sound. The idea of forcing a vote on something is stupid.
Yeah, the problem was when Bill made all of our vote back.
So you
Shut up! I'm debating Sam.
Hey, don't say that.
No, fuck you.
I want
No, fuck you. Fuck you. It's a debate between you and Sam Cedar. Matt needs to keep his fat fucking mouth shut.
You just said 1 minute ago that I don't want to use the phrase forced vote. I want to use the
You guys made that up.
Oh, now they're all getting in there. Now they're all jumping in there.
because it's what you use your leverage for, Jackson. Okay?
They're all feeling it. They all feel it. They don't know what to do, so they're all jumping in, making Sam look really bad. Shut up, Emma, you dumb cunt. Jesus fuck. I agree. Jackson, I'll call her a cunt. It's okay. I'll call her a cunt. I'll call her a cunt. You don't have to do it. I'll call them all cunts. Because they are cunts. And they're all lying to themselves. And all of his audience members, they're cunts too. They're all dumb fucking cunts.
Your way. I think there are different things that you can do,
comrade,
to build a coalition, to pass legislation, to materially benefit.
And what happens?
I don't know if you would have gotten those corporatists who wanted the salt reductions and et cetera, to vote for Build Back Better or to sign off on a provision to, let's say, have expanded child care or whatever it is, had they not built those bridges. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know for sure. We're not privy to those conversations. You can say, I don't think it's a good strategy to, and I can tell you this, the reason why Steny Hoyer is the whip
They should start that trending on Twitter.
the Democratic caucus is because Steny Hoyer gets all this corporate money that he doles out. He doesn't have to do much fundraising for himself. Around the country, or goes around the country, and he builds support for things by donating money to different congressional candidates. And so, is there value for the number one fundraiser, who happens to be a progressive, to wield that same type of power? My answer is yes, definitively.
So
I point to you exactly
that's very
where
interesting.
that power pays
That's
off.
very interesting.
Where I cannot.
That's very interesting because earlier on in this debate, you quite literally said I had a problem.
You haven't heard the debate, Jackson. It'll be on video. You don't have
You
to
said
keep
I had a problem. You don't want to talk about. You said I had a problem with AOC donating $160,000 to DCCC Democrats when she said that she wasn't going to. So my question is, you just said a moment ago.
I had that problem, yeah.
Shut up!
No, he said we did.
Shut up, Emma.
You just said a moment ago that there
You fucking dumb cunt, bitch. You know what a debate is, Emma? You stupid cunt.
For factions to form in Congress.
I like to tweet her and be like, at Emma Vigilant. I like to be like, hey, just so you obviously don't understand, a debate is between two people. So shut your fat fucking cunt next time, you dumb cunt.
The explicit goal of the Justice Democrats was to do just that. And if the
all right, Batman Blue Justice, take care.
reality of this session of Congress is they could have blocked certain votes that were, in my opinion, bad. I don't know what you think about those votes, but they could have blocked those votes.
Keep it open, son.
They haven't done that. Don't you think that that is a failure of their strategy?
In general, no. I think that if they got no, because you're not giving me a specific instance, and I don't. Their votes that they may be for or against, I don't know.
So
I told you your votes that
I actually respect you more. I actually respect you more after this debate than I initially did, because you said on multiple occasions, like when I brought up the sanctions.
Look. I'm sorry that there's not as many of you that are interested in this as I am. I'm going to go ahead, probably just shut it off at this point, and I'm going to call it a show. I just refreshed the chat and realized there's not a lot of people here. I know we're live for 3 hours, but it's a fucking weekend. I found this really interesting, man, but I'm sorry that some of you guys don't, man. So you guys take care. And I will see you on the next upload. I don't know when it will be, but I will see you then. All right. You guys take care. Love y'all. Bye now.